Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Garblag Media Empire. I'm Ben, and tonight we are going to have the finale of our Spire game where it's all on the line. What can possibly happen? We just don't know. Our carrion priest, horribly, horribly injured. Our midwife, horribly, horribly captured. Our Vermissian sage, horrible, horrible accent.
It's very hurtful.
So joining me tonight are my usual crew of Spire aficionados, delve-digging, deep drow, domicile-dwelling, daring doers. I don't know where that was going. It started somewhere, it went somewhere else. We've got Leon. Leon, who are you playing and what are you doing this session?
I am playing Lucian, or Feathers. I am a masked. And this session, I am going to try and rabble rouse, and get a lot of people angry to cause some distractions, because we've got to go save Weaves.
We've got Aaron, aforementioned carrion priest.
Samede is he's a little beat up, but he's gonna go see a gutter cleric or a street doctor, get a few bandages put on him, and then we're gonna strike at Bedlam Hills and bring it down around ourselves.
Nice. We've got the Vermissian sage by the name of Nadir Reflected.
Hello, everybody. Yes, I'm Aldun. I will be playing Nadir Reflected. As already said, the Vermissian sage. I know everything. I read it in a book.
But what specifically have you read in a book this week?
This week I have been reading about magical locks and how to make them go open.
Not
May
open.
be useful for the plot. Who knows?
They make the sound open. They don't actually unlock. Open! See?
Segueing nicely into the arrival of Nye on the scene, who is playing the fabulous Admiral Rex, who has a cunning plan.
I do?
Baldric level cunning plan. The ambulance, the boat. What's your cunning plan?
It's all coming together up here. See, I am playing Admiral Rex the Knight, and I have a lance, some armor, a boat, and a dream, and I'm gonna somehow make that into reality.
And last but by no means least, the horrible victim of unending torture and insanity, Pat.
Hello, I'm portraying Weaves-like Park, and today we start off with me being captured in the clutches of the Bedlam insane asylum, where they've been imprisoning, torturing, and mind-wiping ministry agents such as myself. But I'm not really trapped in there with them. They're trapped in here with me, and I'm going to bring this fucker down around me if I have to, if I get the chance.
How great would it be if we spend the entire episode prepping stuff and just Weaves destroys the whole place?
You finally kick the door down and Weaves is just like, took your time.
But we had a boat and a cannon. No. Okay, we'll
may
go
not
find
get out of this
another.
alive, but they sure as fuck won't.
We will go find a corrupt dictatorship for you guys to shoot the cannon at. Yay!
So in the story so far, our group has been recruited into the ministry of our hidden mistress, the dark side of the moon, the shadow goddess of the dark elves, to help with the ongoing revolution against the Elfir, the high elves, who have captured the mile-high city of Spire. Spire is a weird, mystical anomaly in the world, powered by a hole in reality hidden somewhere just beneath it. The Elfir have taken it as a status symbol and subjugated the drow inhabitants of the town. All of them have served at the drow pleasure, at the Elfir pleasure, a term of service known as durance, from which they've earned their freedom and struck out in the world as drow independents. And from there, they have been recruited by Weaves Like Harp's mentor, She of the Long Legs, who has pulled them all into a little ministry cell together. She was also there midwife when they were children. So she was like, imagine being co-opted into a revolutionary cell by your primary school teacher. It's that level of weird and scary.
That's weird.
So they've been recruited into the ministry and tasked with finding out about 3 current concerns the ministry had going on. One of the matter of landlords in the location in Spire called Derelictus, which is a part of the Undercity where the poorest of the poor live. They were asked to find out what was going on with a new insane asylum that had been opened up on the borderlands between Derelictus and St. Perdita's Circle, providing a bit of a barrier for the drow trying to move upwards through the Spire. And they were asked to investigate a weird new cult calling themselves the Church of the Gun. And they did all 3 of these things. Rather than picking one and going with that, they decided, hey, let's multitask and do all of them. And so they're now juggling the Church of the Gun, the insane asylum, and some of the landlords, 2 of the 3 landlord groups that control Derelictus, all at once, to try and keep all their plates spinning and keep everything going. Their current big plan is to take down the asylum and bring about the end of the Elfir Doctor, who has been experimenting on drow to create a legion of mindless automaton, part drow, part mechanical clockwork people he calls dolls. And so we rejoin our heroes at the tea shop where they routinely meet up, or in the alley near the tea shop where they routinely meet up, because Samidi was a little too injured to be wandering around freely in public, because his injuries might raise some questions. So, Lucian, you're with Samidi in the alleyway.
Listen, we went to recon in the asylum. We split up to try to get a better idea of what was going on, but they were waiting for us. I was ambushed by the guards captain and his squad of elite soldiers. And that's when I pull out the guard captain's head. I've got to get this to Nadir. I've got to find a gutter priest or a street doctor to heal me up a bit, but we don't have a lot of time. If Weaves is still alive, they've undoubtedly captured her, and we know how that goes for drow in Bedlam Hills. Do you know where Admiral Rex and Nadir are?
Aren't we
You're
there?
with us, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
we were all
Yeah,
at the
right
tea
here.
shop. Yeah,
They were
Sorry.
right. There was
Step out.
Lucian had gone into
You're
the
covered in
alleyway.
blood.
Lucian had
Sorry.
gone into the alleyway, and
One-
you guys had sort of hung back
Wait,
a little
where
bit.
are they? We're right here. I can't feel anything.
I'm slightly concussed and I've got blood in my eyes.
Well,
No, no,
it grows dim. Are you there, Admiral Rex? Hold me.
Yes.
Too
tightly,
Rex, too tightly.
Bring our plans forward to get into the asylum. I think
Uh.
perhaps you could see She of Long Legs for some healing, and I can try and rouse the Church of the Gun to cause a distraction.
That's a
And
great
I-
idea.
I have a boat.
And you have a head, a spare head. Why
Yes.
do you have a spare head?
Well, he was their guard captain, so there's a chance that he saw things that we need to know, particularly about that magical door. We need that armored cart out of the Verbician, and I thought while you were there, you might be able to use some occult devices or rituals to see what he saw and perhaps aid us in getting past that door.
Okay. I'm delighted by your faith in my ability.
It's like bad cop, weird cop.
Yes, I will. Okay, I think I saw a thing where I can plug in a head and then like beam through the eyes. You know, the last thing that you see is imprinted on the eyes. Oh,
The last thing
Okay.
he saw was my
you. Not
killing
so
him,
useful.
but Well,
Maybe
we don't have
maybe
a
I
lot
can
of time.
rewind. Maybe there is a rewind. Maybe if I
That
twist
would
the
be
left
great.
ear. I don't know. Let me.
Turn the lens the other way. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
I had it upside down all along. It's like slides, you're showing people the slides, and then they go, I don't understand. They go, oh, sorry, it's upside down. Anyway,
Well, then,
okay.
if you can
I'm-
bring that and the armored cart out, and then Admiral Rex, if you can get Percival and get your boat and your cannon, we can
Okay.
put that in the back of the cart, and then when we roll up on their
Oh.
back door and they come to see what's going on, we can open up on them.
Surprise!
And
Yes.
if Lucian is able to rouse Brother Hellion, his forces can attack the front at the same time, free everyone in the open wards, and cause enough chaos that we may be able to get to Weaves before she's killed.
It's
Okay.
a simple plan. What could possibly go wrong?
That's a good question.
A lot of
It
things.
does anyone have a lion or a horse? Because if they do, we need to leave those. We need to leave those out of this plan.
Oh,
Ruin all plans.
I was going
Otherwise,
to
I think
ask
we're good.
actually about the cart. It is quite heavy, and you want to put a boat, if I understand the plan. You want to put a boat in the cart, and then something needs to pull the cart. And it was originally our poor Drow brothers and sisters,
How big is the cart?
which quite large.
It's kind of an armored ambulance, so it would be something that you would need 4 horses or oxen to pull slowly, or
Or
6
one troll
horses to pull
girl.
at decent
That worked
speed,
quite well.
or a 6-year-old ogre girl. Yeah,
Yes. Maybe we could borrow Petal? I don't know.
Well, I
you'd
was
be
actually
taking her into extreme danger.
I
Well,
think
I
that's
have-
fine.
I have two things to ask. The first one is, I guess I just Nadir, do you need to like woobly woo the wagon like far away from there, or could you just do it like pretty close?
Well, it's kind of parked actually in the station.
Oh,
I mean, maybe I could find a door that's not there that would be closer. Oh, I like what you're thinking.
well,
I
and
guess we
my
do. You're right. We'd still need to get it
Or
to
perhaps,
the building.
Lucian, perhaps while you're at Brother Hellion's, you could ask for 6 or so volunteers from his church to help pull the
push
cart.
it.
Well, that's they sent the cart with slaves, so they might
Oh,
expect to see slaves come
Yes,
back.
I would think so. They would find that strange if there were not Drow pulling the cart.
I just like the concept of it, like we're going into battle quick, and they're doing that thing you do when your car breaks down and you're pushing it like just to get to the like the lay-by. Yeah, doing that kind of.
Well, Knight, an alternative is to try and recruit some of the other members of the Order of the
Yeah,
Lazy Dog to do
that's
it.
what I was thinking.
That's a good plan, too.
If you can convince them that it's hilarious, they might.
Yeah. As kind of, but I feel like there'd be a point where they go, wait a minute here, Rex. We're outside a hospital, and you all have guns and a cannon. Is this your birthday? Is this the birthday party? Okay. The second thing I was gonna ask, because I didn't meet this Petal, but is Petal like big?
She's big.
And is Petal strong?
She's very strong, but she's a child.
So if Petal picked up, say, a wooden object with a cannon attached to it and threw said object vaguely in the direction, and said object had a certain knight in it with a lance, would said object burst into lots of tiny pieces when it hit the hospital, or would it heroically smash into the wall?
I think the smashing and then the exploding into the many pieces. Yes.
Oh, okay, so not a good idea.
Remember, you decided that your boat would have a gun on it rather than be watertight.
Well, I assumed terminal velocity would destroy it regardless if it was watertight.
It's not that strong.
Yeah. No, I didn't expect it to break through the wall, but I'm saying, could Petal like huck it really far, and would it not insta-kill me?
No, she could drag it quite
Oh,
successfully, but
okay.
she's not strong enough to like throw your boat.
Like discus.
It's
It's
through
like a
it.
six-person wooden rowboat.
While we're talking, can we
Oh.
be carrying Samedi to with,
Yeah, can we-
with long legs?
Oh.
Because Samedi's still
Oh
bleeding.
wow, that is a lot bigger than I thought, Ben. I was thinking more like a dinky rowboat kind of thing, but that is
It is a
actually
dinky rowboat. I'm from an
It's
island.
But that's a big thing for rowboat. Like I was thinking, like a one-person, maybe two-person thing.
All right, no, it's quite
But that's a
specifically
bucket.
a six-person boat.
Oh, well, that's pretty. That's all bigger than I expected. Never
There's
mind
seats
then.
for six, as long as they're all prepared to row.
Oh, is that exactly what it says? Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to take the head. Oh, I'm going to find a bag for these. And I'm going to go and do the thing with the head. And also, I will have the cart ready. If we can have 6 strong backs at the station
Rex,
in some time.
was the name of the group of knights you said were supporting the church, where the money came from?
I made that up. They're not real.
But we could pretend that yourselves are them, and then maybe I can send some of the church members across. And
Well,
say,
I didn't give names though. I just said some knights. Like
okay.
I was never specific. I tried to make it clear. I think I implied the
Plus, the
lazy
church
dog
will recognize him.
Right. And if the
that's
church is attacking
true.
from the front, hopefully they won't see Admiral Rex.
Well, yeah.
in the rear.
The thing I was gonna say was like, this is gonna sound strange for me. Do we need to go full guns blazing? Because they don't know the rest of us. They just know that Weaves and Samedi showed up. They don't know that there's more of us yet. And the more time, like, we could have a kind of showy thing, but as soon as you start going guns blazing, people kind of want to fight. So us going in the back could just work like that. We just go in the back. We don't need a whole army of people to.
Well,
if we just have a lot of the congregation
Sneaking
outside
in through the
chanting and
glass
shouting
house
at the
full of
front, that
murdered
should
men.
Yeah,
distract.
well, but they don't know. To all they know, Samedi is bleeding out in a gutter, being eaten by small children. Like they don't know there's more of us. Well, they do, but they don't know how many.
My only concern with that, Rex, and that's a good point, though, is if we destroy the machine, that may destroy Bedlam Hill. And that means all of the patients in there will die unless Brother Hellion is able to free them.
I guess, but it seems... Oh, okay.
Maybe they won't use their guns?
No, it's not the guns I'm worried about. I'm just thinking, like, if it was me, like, because I'm thinking like a castle, like a knight. Like, if I was the king of the castle, I'd be like super, like, weirded out that like a lot of people were coming to kill me. So I'd be like, grr, kill all the people that might want to kill me. And I think the patients might get caught in the crossfire. So I guess I am worried about the guns now that I'm saying that out loud.
Well, I think that's why I think if Brother Hellion takes his troops at the front and we hit at the back, we'll split their forces enough that we may be able to save Weaves and destroy the machine and save the patients at the same time.
Oh, okay. I don't know. If it feels like overkill, but okay.
Now they're big fans
no
of it.
such thing.
They've already
It's just kill.
They've already effectively killed 100 drow.
Yeah,
and they sent 7 men to kill me.
I understand that.
So I believe they are the very essence of overkill.
Yeah, I recognize that.
I do not think that there is a peaceful resolution to this, my friend.
That's not
Rex.
where I was coming from. No.
Meanwhile, in the operating theatre, strapped to a table with weird metallic devices attached to eyes and ears, lies Weaves like Harp. The doctor is checking some devices behind you. So strange. I've not seen feedback like this before. Can you tell me what flavor you can taste right now? He says into your functioning ear.
Your blood.
Interesting. So you would say a coppery tang. Good. And are you feeling any physical sensations?
Anger.
That's to be expected. But you're still capable of feeling anger. Interesting. And he takes a few notes. Let's try this again. unless you wish to give up some of your people so that we can bring this to a satisfactory closure now. Who are you working with?
You on the operating table.
Where is the carrion priest?
Probably eating carrion.
Nurse, set it again. And you hear the clicky clacking sound of the nurse's mechanical arms doing something. And then that wave of orange, green, purple light smashes into you again, and you lose your senses and you plummet down what feels like a huge artery, weird pulsing red light around you, and an enormous pulsating heart right in front of you. Heartbeat so loud that it's almost deafening. But again, sat on the heart is a spider. And it's weaving a little web right now. It looks like it's trying to say something to you. The pattern of the web is familiar. It's one that you recognize. It's one that you know. It's one that you've made. It's one of the patterns of Ishkra.
I try to identify it.
Could you make an investigate and religion or investigate and occult roll?
Okay. Investigate occult and roll. I believe that is my starting dice and another dice, so 2 dice. I do have a reroll.
You might want to use it.
Yeah.
I know it's early days, but
Yeah, everything counts.
Everything
Where
counts.
I am right now, I need everything I can get.
Oh, the hell, reroll.
Yes! Yes! Sorry. Very excited. That was out of character.
And you do. You recognize this as it's like a woven prayer thing that some of the midwives do with the webs that they can generate. And this one is one of submission and sacrifice to the goddess to let themselves be a vessel for her mercy.
Is there any way I can I don't know how, if this is kind of dream logic or if I'm physically capable of moving at all, but I would like to, if I can, I don't know, float over towards the weaving spider.
Okay, so you get closer to the heart, and you can now feel vibrations coming off of this enormous pulsating energy mass, and just this tiny, thin, diaphanous little web between you and it. You know, if you were to touch it, you'd be completely absorbed, sucked in wholesale, every fiber of your being destroyed in an instant. But that web is like a safety net for you. You could poke it and it wouldn't take you. You could throw yourself onto the web and Ishkra would catch you.
I think I'm as I'm moving towards it, I consider where I am and what I aim to achieve, and I think of my allies out there gearing up to. Well, I don't think of them coming to save me. What I do think of is them coming to destroy Bedlam Hill, and I think to myself that the one thing that I can achieve, or if I can achieve anything that can facilitate that, then it will all be worth it, because destroying Bedlam Hill is a massive blow at our Alfier oppressors. I was
when you
raised
start thinking of them,
destroy-
your senses seem to flow through the blood system of this enormous entity, and you catch a glimpse of Nadir with an upside down drow head in some kind of machine, and he's shining a light down through its windpipe, and light is pouring out through its eyes, and he's looking at something on the wall.
Well, that's shocking. Yeah, so I think of them. I think of that. I've realized that they're all teaming up now. They're learning. They're moving forward with their plan. I grasp the web.
Now, as you touch the web, everything goes quiet and silent, and you feel yourself cocooned in the warm, smothering embrace of Ishkra. And all the pain that is being put into your body from outside just goes away. And you have a moment of respite. Meanwhile, in the Vermissian,
Hello.
Nadir,
Right. To focus a decapitated guard captain.
you've taken the guard captain's head into the Vermissian.
Wibbly wobbly, wibbly wobbly, wibbly wobbly,
Wibbly wobbly.
wobbly. Ah, home again. Ah, it's nice. Non-Euclidean space. My favorite kind of space.
And you wanted to try and use a device that lets people see their last minutes.
I will attempt this, yes. I was wondering if I could use my mental directory to see if I can figure out how best to do this. I can smell knowledge.
You can. And the best way for you to do this would be to use the Death Sight projector,
Oh,
which is experimental and only really works inside the Vermissian.
I love it already. Is it slightly dangerous?
Not to you.
Oh, it's a shame. Oh, well. It will have to do, I suppose.
It's a danger to sanity, and yours is long gone.
What? Sorry, what? I read a book on that once. It sounded overrated.
So you've got this device that looks like a very complicated microscope, almost. It's a cross between a microscope, a projector, and a brass spider.
Ooh.
And so you place the head of this guard captain inside the brass spider, and you orient its eyes towards the wall, clamp the legs of the spider around the head, shine a light down the windpipe.
Oh, wait, wrong way around. Sorry. Whoop. Okay, try again.
With the light shining down the windpipe, lights come out of its eyes, and you can see an upside down image of Samidi with a meat cleaver
Oh,
really, really close to you.
oh, that's really quite shocking. Hmm. He looks cross.
He does look quite cross and also quite injured.
Hmm. Okay, well, that's not useful. How do I rewind this thing?
You can make a fix and occult roll.
Oh, I would love to. That would be many dice. Oh, I'm rolling more than 2, everybody. This is going to go badly.
Uh-oh.
I will take an
That
8.
has not gone badly at all.
I will take an 8. I'm twisting the ears. Rewind. Come on. Bang. Come on.
It's not the ears you need to twist. It's actually parts of the mechanism. So you focus different kinds of
that
light
anyway.
through it. So you're distilling light out of the Vermissian because that's how you can mess with time a little bit. So you focus some of the Vermissian energies through the light pumping into its windpipe. And the vision starts to rewind in a jerky stop motion kind of way. And you can almost hear the noise rushing through his ears as everything happens backwards. And yeah, you see Samidi move backwards. And you can see this man climb up a flight of stairs, but backwards. And then you can hear him sort of shouting backwards at some of his people and gunfire. And you can see Samidi darting around inside a big greenhouse full of plants.
Okay. Make some nuts. Greenhouse full of plants. Watch people come back to life. Oh, that's very interesting. Keep going. I want to see the door.
What do you mean, see the door?
I want to see the. Well, I'm quite interested in the magic door.
The door.
Yes.
Okay. So it takes you a while of going back through his memories, and the images are starting to degrade now. They've already faded into black and white, but now they're getting very grainy. And you get this image of this big metal door. As near as you can tell, it's a kind of black grey metallic iron. It's got some kind of nimbus around it that you can't quite make out. And he presses a couple of sigils, but you don't see all of them. You can see the sigils that are sort of in his sight here, but not the ones that he presses down below.
Okay.
And there's a combination, and he presses them and he walks through. Actually, it would be the other way around, wouldn't it? He's in the room and he walks back out of the room and then does the sigils in reverse.
Well, I will take note of the ones that I can see, and I will leave a little space and a little down arrow for the ones where he is not.
And then with a sort of fizzling, dry pop, the eyeballs in the head burst.
Oh.
Vitreous humor dribbles down his forehead.
Well, there we go. I will.
And the light goes out.
But
as the light goes out, the last thing you see as pure Vermissian light is beamed onto the wall is an image of Weaves Like Harp falling through space towards a giant web. Just for a split second.
I got to kind of look at my Vermissian tea and go,
Like in that episode of the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon where Venger says, "Now I shall leave you to Lolth, demon queen of spiders."
So did anyone else? Oh, it's just me. This is the problem of being a lone researcher. There's no one else to go, "No, you are not mad, Nadir. That did actually happen."
Who would ever say that to you, though?
None of my friends would ever say I was not mad. So, okay, for a normal person, I would be worried of falling towards a web, but it is weave, so maybe a web is a good thing. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to go get the armored cart.
Okay. While he's getting the armored cart,
And maybe
Lucian,
some more knives.
Yes.
you were escorting Samidi. Or were you not escorting Samidi? Was someone else escorting Samidi?
I was with Rex, unless I'm about to run off.
Okay,
Only on time.
so you
I don't
and
wanna
Rex
get the
and
church
Samidi are all together. Are you going to split up or stick together?
Well, I'm going to split because I got to go to church.
It's
Yeah,
up to you guys. I mean, I don't know. I can take somebody to the thing. Do you need me to speak to the boys?
Yeah, I can make it. I can
The
make it on
guys.
my own.
Oh,
If you can rally your knighthood.
yeah.
nice.
You should probably have your gun back, by the way, because we're going to need you at your.
Actually, Rex, could I take that with me? I think I'm going to have a use
Yes.
for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if Samidi's cool with
Absolutely.
that. Yeah, here you
I see what you're thinking, Lucian. That's a good plan.
Thank you.
go.
I'm going to tell the church that they have taken you in, Rex, as you're their hero, and hopefully that will cause them to protest.
Okay. Well. Oh, okay. So I'll go to the lazy dog. Okay. Where are we meeting again?
Well, I'll still be at the front of the building with the rest of the congregation
Okay.
to make
So
sure
the-
everyone stays annoyed and distracting.
And
Okay.
we'll meet Nadir at the.
There's a
That-
Vermissian station not too far from
Okay.
Bedlam Hill.
Okay. I can get some. I can see if I can get some people.
Thank
Stay
you, Rex.
safe, guys.
I know you don't exactly agree with this, Rex. I appreciate your help, my brother.
No, it's okay. I just think that it's. I don't know. I just had the thought, but it's okay.
Rex, no one will be hurt if they cooperate.
That wasn't where my brain was going with it. It's okay though. It was a different thought. It's not too big an issue, honestly.
Well, Rex, I appreciate you following my orders on this.
Of course.
Mechanically, he says this because that actually gives me a small refresh on my stress.
What is Rex if not a massive pool of refresh for everyone's stress?
You're a good man. Yes.
Okay. But okay, so I'll go there. Okay, we'll all meet back up.
Are you just taking the gun, or are you going to take anything else?
I think the gun should be enough. The church should recognise that as
Oh
being-
shit! I need to get the boat as well. Fuck.
Like a horribly blood-stained tabard, or
What, off of Rex?
yeah.
I'm not going to try and horribly bloodstain anything Rex is wearing.
You,
I think-
you can have the tabard if you'd like.
Okay.
That's
The
okay.
church one.
Rex.
Here, Rex, give me the
Yeah.
tabard, and then I wipe
Okay.
my blood
Oh, yeah.
off on it.
There we go. Just you're not even thinking about it. You're just doing it to get the blood off your face. Yeah, and then
There you go.
wait, I can take that actually.
Thank
There
you.
you go,
This
Lucy.
will help
Yeah.
sell the story.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay, right.
And I'm going to run so that I'm genuinely out of breath by the time I get there. But I want to make sure I'm wearing my civilian clothes and my
Lucian.
civilian mask.
Yeah.
And I will run off to the Church of the Gun in their new headquarters.
Yes, on Kiln Street.
Are you sticking with me, or are we doing 9, Smitty?
But we've split into 3 because Samidi's getting fixed up. I'm getting the troops.
So we'll go with
and
you for
you're-
a sec, Lucian.
Yeah.
As you head off to the Church of the Gun.
Like I'm running down. Siblings! Siblings! Calling out to them. Are they outside? Are they still moving boxes in?
They are moving boxes in and out. There's a lot going on. They've got a little soup kitchen set up outside, and they're feeding people and giving them guns.
Is Brother Hellion there?
And as they see you come running up, quite a few congregants get their guns ready. There's a few in upper windows in the church. You see the glint of steel in a few windows.
Holding the gun aloft, but clearly presenting, so not
Behold, this is
shoulder.
someone else's boomstick.
Yeah, holding
Yeah.
out, and the bloody tabard. Clearly looking panicked. Siblings, Brother Hellion,
Just
I
stopped
bring
by
terrible news.
bullet casing mouth guy. What's the problem, son?
Brother Lagrange, he's been taken.
He was so young.
They took him into Bedlam Hill. He's not dead.
They took you. Quick, come with me. We've got to get you to the father.
They took him. I'm shouting to everyone. I'm trying to really.
And
I
gossip
want
is
everyone
starting
to
to
hear
break
me.
out. Can you make a compel and low society roll?
Yes. Compel low society. So that's 2 dice.
Wow. It's going to be one of those nights.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Otherwise, we're dead.
And yet
Brother
gossip is breaking out everywhere that you pass as you loudly decry what's going on, what's happened.
They've taken Lagrange into Bedlam Hill.
Brother Hellion comes out of a back room, drying his hands. Says, "Calm down, son. Calm down, son. What's
Brother
happened
Hellion.
to Brother Lagrange?"
Brother Hellion. Lagrange ambushed them. Well, there were men from Bedlam Hill going to
The hospital.
Allied Defense HQ. They were furthering some plan against you, Brother Hellion, and Brother Lagrange bravely fought against them.
Who the hell are Allied Defense?
They're a military wing. They enforce military law. They were working against the church. They were working against you, Brother Hellion. And Lagrange stopped them. There were 7 men, and he killed them all. He tore off the head of the captain. But there was another cart came in, about 21 men, maybe 25, and they overpowered him. He managed to throw his gun clear. I have his gun. They took him into Bedlam.
They've taken him.
They took him into Bedlam Hill.
Right, we
I've
need to
heard
sit down. We need to talk about this. Come, son. Come. Sit down. Tell me
They're
what
killing
happened. Tell
people
me
in
everything.
there.
And yeah, more pockets of gossip have now broken out inside the building because you've gone through like an indoor refectory as you've gone in, and you've shouted and made such a fuss about it that little pockets of the church are now talking about it.
The key thing I want to shout is, witches, we all know the rumours of Bedlam Hill. Because even if people don't, now they'll
make
they will.
some up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Genius. Pure genius.
Okay, Aaron.
So Mayday heads towards the safe house where we've got she had long legs
Yes.
hold up. Goes in, he's like,
Sing, little razor blade pops out in her hand. When she sees it's you, she folds it away and it disappears
Maggie.
back into her sleeve.
Maji, I'm of need of some healing, and it must be quick. They've taken Weaves into Bedlam Hill, and we must free her and destroy the machine.
Very well. Sit.
And as he sits and she prepares, he writes out 3 missives and 3 letters, seals them inside an inner envelope. And on the outside of the envelope, he writes, if you don't hear from me in 24 hours, open and take action based on your conscience. And then
Take off your shirt, take off your armor.
He takes it off. He's like, if we fail, Bedlam Hill must be stopped within a day.
Not now.
Eh?
Shush. Be silent. And as she starts working on your injuries, little webs come between her fingers and sort of join the edges together. So you do get back another point of stress, but she's not able to do much more than that. So if we had a few hours, I could do more, but you have the look of a man who does not have a few hours to sit patiently.
That's all right. I'm feeling much better.
When this is over, if you still need healing, come back and I will stick you in a cocoon for a week.
Thank you, Machi.
Promises.
And then he just puts his clothes back on and heads out and it looks for a street urchin in the area so he can send these letters off. One to each one of his followers of Charnel that basically lay out for them what is happening in Bedlam Hill in the event that we don't succeed, so they can choose to act against it based on their conscience if they so wish.
One for the backup party in case this party fails. Oh no, the A team didn't do it. Quick, get the B team.
Oh no, the B team failed. Get the C team. We have a lot of teams.
We'll get down to Z if we have to.
Yeah.
Not the Z team.
Call in the bad news team, then you know you're in trouble.
Oh yeah, no, that's not good.
And then
So, yes, a young, winsome drow child comes up to you. She has enormous eyes, and she looks at you with these 2 perfect little white plaits running down either side of her messy dress, and she lisps, "Is there something I can help you with there?"
Yes, child. And he hands over most of his coins. He's like, these 3 letters must go up Spire to
She takes
these
the coins
3
up.
names.
She's like, "Oh right, you're paying. No worries then." Sticks
So-
them in her pocket and then palms the knife that she had in the other hand, sticks it back behind her. "Sorry, Gov. Can't be too
That's all
careful."
right. I understand. Get these messages to who they need to go to. On the inner envelope, I've asked them to each give you another coin. If you're quick, the messages have to be there today.
I think I know these 2. Who's that third one? Where's he live?
Morgana, she is she's up Spire. She handles the Mega Corvids.
Oh yeah, all right then. Give it a go.
You could-
I know what I could do. I've got a contact who can talk to birds. Yeah, we got it. All right,
Excellent.
Chief.
Thank you, child. And with that, Samede will start to head off towards the Vermissian station that he's going to meet Nadir and Rex at.
So, Rex,
Yes.
having shed the rifle and the trappings of the Church of the Gun and feeling more like yourself than you have done in a couple of days, really, you're a knight. You're going to talk to some knights and do knighty things.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. I love the idea that we don't actually remember. We've never been taught what the Night Order was supposed to do. So we kind of make up stuff like, yes, we should all sit around this round table. Why? Round tables are the coolest. Shut up. That's why. Don't ask questions. Anyway, moving along. Okay, so I'll make my way down.
So
to
you
Lazy
head
Dog.
up Spire to the docks,
Mm-hmm.
which is where the Lazy Dog Tavern is located. It's fairly quiet. There's about half a dozen people in, two of them clearly nursing hangovers from an extended period of drinking, and another couple ensuring that the hairy dogs that would be normally assaulting them are not, because they're taking a hair off the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's drinking something in there. Some of them are drinking like a thick, murky coffee. Some of them are drinking pints of a dark brown ale.
Okay. Well, I'll walk in. I'll do like the push the door open like really loudly, like I have returned.
The Castellan of the order, which is a very fancy way of saying the barman.
Yeah.
Rings a bell. Ding, ding, ding. Aperol's rum. And everybody who's in there kind of goes, hey.
All right. Okay, everyone, gather round. I have some news that I brought from my travels.
The Castellan pours out 8 shot glasses of this dark rum liqueur type stuff.
For me. Yeah, naturally. I think you all
Takes one of them and pushes the tray at you.
Yes.
On you go then, your admiralship.
All right. Now, it's important that you listen, because I'm gonna sorry, let me finish all these. Okay, there we go. Yeah, all right. Okay, well, I'm good. Okay, so I was thinking, the nights, we like a bit of fun, we like a bit of laugh, we like a bit of music, but how are we able to enjoy these things when there are so many others that don't? You know that hospital down in Bedlam? I think they deserve a bit of celebration. So I think we're gonna what I say is this: we take a big wagon down there, right? And I'm gonna put the ARG on top of it, and we're gonna give it a celebratory shot. We're all gonna cheer. We're all gonna be like, "Hooray!" And that should raise their spirits. However, we will have to leave afterwards quickly as to not upset them. Also, they have booze.
When you were talking about cheering up the patients, a couple of the knights were sort of nodding along a little bit. One of the others says, my mother's friend's daughter's kid went in there.
Yeah. It's a tough place. It's tough when, you're feeling, you don't feel okay, and you've got to spend time away from home in a different, scary place. We've all been there.
One of the hungover ones says, they got drugs as well as booze.
They do have drugs, and they're the best kind of drugs. I got to take some, and I'm telling you, mate, I'm feeling good. And I'm mixing alcohol with them. It's doing wonders for my body right now.
Don't do drugs. Stay in school.
That's directed at me. Nah.
But what if you've left school?
Yeah, very true. Anyway, okay. Who's with me? I'll need 6 strong, dependable people. And if we can't find them, kind of like a laugh there.
One guy puts his hand over his mouth and leans behind another guy and says, "What are you paying?" And then sits back into his position again.
Well, We could. There's money involved. Don't worry. I'm getting paid by the doctors. They want to have their patients have a good time, and we take out what money I do have and put it on the table and go, that is not the money. That is just a fraction of the money because I don't think I have a lot of money on me.
That's good because that's rubbish.
Well, don't worry. If we do this right, we'll be in, guys. We'll be set. We'll be the new party entertainers. They'll be clawing for knights right down the whole streets. They'll be asking for us to come out and cheer and wave our lances around.
Can you make a compel and low society roll, please, Nye?
I actually have shit in that, which is great. Okay, so that's 3, which means I'm not gonna succeed, as we all know.
Yes. And yet you do, quite gloriously. One of the other knights says, "Yeah, actually, I heard that the Quick Fox, they went and did like a children's party thing for the landlord's niece's friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If they can do it, we can do it."
Exactly.
And the others were like, yeah. Fucking foxes.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck them. Yeah. And you know what? We're not gonna have to dress up as bloody clowns to do it. We're gonna be in our fucking kick-ass armor. We're gonna have the ARG, the ship we spent days building, and it's some drunk Saturdays building, and we are going to show them who's the best fucking entertainers in this fucking city. So who's with me? I'm gonna put my arm into the air. Yeah.
One of the others puts his hand up and goes, "I don't have to sing, do I?"
No, definitely not you, Mike. No. We last time we did karaoke, we learned what happens when you start singing.
All right. Yeah, I'm in then.
Yeah. Especially
they're like, "Oh, if Mike's doing it, I'm in."
Yeah.
And they gradually, like one by one, they kind of reluctantly assent to doing this for various reasons. One's doing it because you bought him a drink. One's doing it because fuck the quick brown fox. One's doing it because it's for the kids in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Got to do it for the kids.
Exactly. Yeah. How's your youngest doing?
Oh, he had 2 teeth knocked out the other day.
Oh, excellent! Good job on him.
What a lad!
I know he's grown up to be like his parent. It's excellent. Right. Okay. Where's Percival? I need to find him.
I think he's at your boat with a bucket.
Oh, champion. He is such a. I'm gonna get the lad because he needs to get the boat.
Do you not need us to get the boat?
Yeah, but like, that's a good point. This is why Frank here is the brains guy, because I was thinking I'll bring the boat to you guys, but you guys can just bring the boat anyway. I'm such an numpty. Okay, great. Let's go.
Castellan rings the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Admiral off deck. And everybody goes, "Ooh," again. And they follow you out of the Lazy Dog.
So
kind of lumber their way across the docks to the bit where, well, their bit of the docks, which is where the ARG is docked up. And there's Percival inside, fast asleep on an upside down bucket, hip deep in water. There's a swivel gun and 2 oars floating on top of the water.
Oh, she's beautiful. And Percival takes after me so much. I remember the first time I had to sleep in the ARG, and it was a magical time. Oh no, his head's under the water. Okay, yeah, let's put that.
He sits bolt upright.
Percival
throws a bucket of water. Now, you were expecting that because that's what always happens.
Exactly, yeah.
So it lands all over Mike. It's like, again.
Snooze, you lose, Mike. Okay, so Percival, we're gonna be throwing a party, but
right, you are, my lord. Do I need to make canapes?
not right now. Perhaps make them for when we return. But what I need you, this is a really important task, and I'm going to kind of like lean in a bit conspiratorial, like, oh, you got to keep the lads in check, all right? Because you know what they're like with the glug, 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 and so, you know, just once.
Like you mean?
Yeah, but like, you don't have to babysit me for today.
Never.
Yeah, no,
Never
exactly.
have to do that.
Yeah. But yeah, just make sure once the celebrations are over that they actually get home. So I'll kind of give you like a little wink nod, you know, and that's when you go. And also, just on the side, this might be a little bit of a prank in a way. Like, we might not have told all the orderlies that we're coming to the party because it's a surprise party. So if they get very surprised and have like their weapons, just understand that they are very surprised. And if I hit them with the weapons, this is all, you know, it's all been worked out. Don't worry about that.
Right, okay.
Yeah, don't panic, all right?
No panicking. Absolutely
Remember,
not.
the 12th order of the knights is he who shits his pants has to do his own laundry.
Is this like when you had the party for the Valoran Standard?
Oh,
The surprise party.
Yeah, that was great. Oh, my goodness.
Because Dav was in the cells.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fucking me. Oh, and there was that goat. Oh, that was legendary. Okay, yeah, sorry. Don't distract me. This is serious party that we're about to
Like, serious
okay. Yeah.
party.
Yes.
No
Exactly.
canapes, but you do want canapes later.
Yeah, yes, if preferable. But yes, okay. All right, lads. How are we gonna get the R? Oh, are we gonna like tip it upside down, just carry it? That'd be awesome. Okay, go. Yeah, let's just do that then. But I would like to be standing on
top of it.
Sally forth, gentlemen. Yeah.
Work harder, men.
No, yeah.
They're not going to support you standing on the front of it while they carry it, but they don't mind you walking in front, so they don't bump into things.
Yeah. Weaving my
So
lines, right?
yes, you and a crew of 6 knights weave your slightly drunken way through the streets of the docks.
Yeah.
Towards the Vermissian station, where you're expecting to meet Nadir and Samidi.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, back in the operating theatre, before you hit the web, you come to again. And you're back in the operating theatre with the bright lights shining directly at you. The doctor stood over you with his little half mask. You can see that his eyes are quite deep and sunken by this point.
I'm back in.
This is fascinating. I
was
may
listening
have
to
to
my
saw
favorite
your
things.
head open.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That'd be a nice relief. For you.
Nurse, get the saws ready. And from over where the midwife is, you can hear this fizz, fizz, fizz sound.
She wouldn't know this, but we midwives, we can take torture. She wouldn't know that, though.
That's exactly what she said.
No
But you're
problem in
truly
that.
remarkable. You've outlasted anybody. This is incredible. I'm most impressed. You really should come and work for me.
No. Take me apart. But as long as this brain is functioning, it is my own, not yours.
Yes, quite. I understand. Well then, know this. You have the very great honor of being dissected by sunlight falls on eyes wide open. There, you are only the second in this squalid little hole to warrant the truth of my name. Congratulations.
What was it? I wasn't listening.
Sunlight falls on eyes wide open.
Sunshine. Jesus eyes, something like that.
And he closes the metal flap thing over your eye, and you feel like a pressure on the outside of your eye as though he's pushed something through into it. You know, that sort of purple glazy thing that you get if you put pressure on your eye. Like, okay, we're going to try a higher setting now. In 3, and he does it straight away on 3.
Rude.
And this time you feel like singed as the energy goes through you. You take a point of blood stress.
Yeah.
As the Vermisian courses through you kind of a lot more directly.
Ooh. See where my stress.
And you plummet at speed. All you can see is this glowing heart and this tiny little web right in the middle of it that's getting bigger as you get closer.
Oh, hold on, real quick about blood. So I think I had like 3 little red dots. Do I go up or down when I
You
take
go
blood?
down.
Okay,
Down the
so I'm
dots.
down
Oh
to
no.
2.
My
Okay,
watch strap just broke.
No.
No. Oh shit. Oh no.
It's all right. I have another 2. But it means, oh no, it won't be black anymore.
Weaves, or just a Pat. How are you doing? You're not like jellied yet, are you? You're still together.
Wait,
can
oh
save-
no, wait, what? Out of character, like
Yeah,
I'm
you're
fine.
not dead. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, I'm just asking. Yeah, I haven't been able to keep track how much stress you've been taking. I assume it's a lot.
Yeah, no, I actually have 2 more blood to go.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ah, you
I
know.
haven't actually, believe it or not, I don't think you've been giving me mind stress, which is good because I only have 1 dot.
I should be giving you mind stress at this
Yeah.
point, so I'm going to give you a point of mind stress
Oh
now.
no, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
it's zero,
sorry.
yeah.
So that
Weaves.
comes off of your dot, but it doesn't actually do any mind stress damage to you yet.
Cool.
That's like extra mind stress.
I
that
was
you have
kind
above
of
and
wondering why
beyond.
you weren't, and I was thinking, oh, maybe you're being nice to me.
Oh, thank
No,
you,
I had
Knife.
kind of forgotten because I can be a bit of a ditz at times.
Oh my
Thank
God,
you,
I'm
Knife, for
so
reminding the class that they have
sorry.
homework. Oh,
Yeah.
no, Knife.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. You don't seem to have sent us anything extra over the holidays.
Oh, God.
It's fine.
I was hoping we could do an extended essay or something. I've already started mine on Proust.
Okay, so yeah,
But we'll
I'm,
fix all this in post.
Oh, God.
So you're getting closer and closer to this web, and as you approach, it gets bigger and bigger until it's like a giant safety net stretched over this vast and impenetrable sea of imperceptible energy. And a voice, tiny, tiny voice inside your unspiked ear says, "I will catch you. Close your eyes." When you close your eyes, you hit something soft, and the webbing again catches you and wraps around you as you fall into it until you can feel yourself inside a cocoon dangling from a thread above the energy of the heart. And the goddess is with you and around you and in you and through you. This is the holiest you've ever felt in your life.
Thank you.
What do you want, my child?
I want my people to be free. I want an end to this, to the torture, the physical and mental anguish that they put us in, not just now, but for my entire life until this point. This is the most excruciating agony I've ever physically felt in my life, but if you were to take all the slights that I've endured over the course of it and put them into one moment, it would outweigh this. I want them to suffer the way I have suffered, but more than that, I want this suffering to end. I want it to end.
There's a sigh. If you wish, my child. And then we'll bounce back to Leon and the Church of the Gun.
Brother Hellion, we have to go to Bedlam. We have to save Brother Lagrange.
And we will, boy, we will. Tell me what happened. You say armed men, they took him. They took him to the hospital.
They were guards. They were from Bedlam Hill, and they were on their way to.
Were they guards or were they orderlies?
It's hard. They looked much the same. They were armed, very, very.
What colour did they wear?
Large. It was a kind of whitish green.
That's the orderlies, and they took Brother Lagrange. I guess he didn't get a shot off because the barrel's cold, and it's still clean.
He wanted to go mano a mano. He shouted something like "honor in the sea," and then he went laying in with elbows and fist. It was very blurry. He took
strange man is Brother Lagrange, but he's one of ours, and we cannot countenance
he's mighty
this
powerful
offense to one of our own.
But I believe they were moving against you, Brother Hellion. They were coming to take you away.
Well, we will have to see about that. Let's make our way there. We'll take the church. We'll arm everybody. We'll go en masse. And when we get there, we'll stand there and we'll invite them to come out and discuss this situation with us.
Yes, we need to get him released. Yes, I will shout it and get people. Everyone!
Calm yourself, boy. Calm yourself. Can you use the rifle?
Yes.
Very well. You keep hold of that.
Faith in my eyes and spirit in my trigger fingers, I can use this rifle.
May I take the robes of the brother?
Yes. I'll hand over the tattered robes.
And I will address the church on his behalf. And he turns to the church, who are now all sort of gossip. There's a lot of talk going on in this refectory. And he draws a pistol and shoots into the ceiling. And everybody stops talking immediately and turns to look at him. And he blows the smoke away from the end of his pistol and holsters it. And he says, "Good people, our friend, our brother, Brother Lagrange, has been taken from us. We're going to go to those people. We're going to call them out. We're going to invite them to explain to us why it is they feel they can take action against the Church of the Gun, against the sacred benediction of gunpowder, against the faithful of the holy flame and the mighty bullet. Are you with me?" And somebody goes, "Yeah." And a few of them like, "Yeah, are you with me, people?" And then everybody starts to get fired up. They're like, "Yeah." And a few of them start singing and chanting, and then there's clapping and shooting, and like people are getting very motivated all of a sudden. "Come with us, brother. Show us the way."
Let's go. I'm going to hold the rifle aloft and march out. To Bedlam!
To Bedlam!
As we're marching, because I figure it's kind of a big thing, I would like to try and move between groups and just try and influence a bit more insightfulness and rumours. And like,
okay, please
there was
make
an
a compel and low society roll then.
I heard they just took a merchant off the streets for no reason. So what do you say, compel and...
Compel and low society, or religion. But I figured low society is probably better for you.
It's about the same. I don't have anything in that. Hang on, roll. So it's only 2 dice. 7.
The magic of only 2 dice.
That's okay. 7's just, isn't it?
It's success with stress. So you take a point of shadow stress because you're putting yourself out there in front of all these people.
Yeah.
That doesn't take you below 1, does it?
That's my best one. Very good for shadow.
So you take
stress.
a point of shadow stress, but you move among the people. And
I even took an orderly.
And they're all telling each other stories of who's been taken, and everybody suddenly knows someone who's been taken.
They're trying to take apart our community.
And yeah, exactly. All the stuff you're saying, they're taking apart the community. They're targeting our leaders.
It's because we're making things better for ourselves. They're trying to keep us down.
Oh, that gets people really going. They're trying to keep us down. Always works in Derelictus. And so you march with a ragtag band of gun-toting religious revivalists on Bedlam Hill.
Going to try and recruit other people along the way. And any urchins
people come along because they're like, a procession?
I want to start telling the urchins about the attack that happened so that rumours spread, so people start claiming they also saw Lagrange get taken.
Ah, cunning. I'm going to want you to make another roll for that, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Because I think if you're trying to influence a whole separate group of people...
Mm-hmm. Compel and low society again?
Yes.
Yes.
Jolly good. Yes, that's successful. No stress. And the urchins love it. They're like, bloody hell, that's like free news. Cheers, Gov.
You saw it, right? You saw it. You were there.
I don't care if I saw it or not. If there's a procession, there's going to be food carts, there's going to be chaos. Yeah, I'm going to go and tell my uncle he's got a kebab van.
Bring him, we're angry.
And
How about
hungry.
you hungry and angry?
Yeah, we're hangry.
Let's go free
So
our community.
converging on the front of Bedlam, by the time you get there, is a massive crowd of spectators, vendors, troublemakers, thieves, vagabonds. All of the low lives of Derelictus who aren't out at work are all kind of gathering around to see whatever's going on because, you know, there might be some shootings. There'll be people to rob. There'll be people there selling food to the people who are there to watch the procession, who can also be robbed. It's going to be absolute chaos outside the front of Bedlam by the time you get there. And Aaron, you witness this as you're waiting outside the nearby station. You can see crowds beginning to build up outside the front of Bedlam Hill. Bigger and bigger crowds of more and more people. People wheeling in hand carts, selling food. Someone particularly enterprising is trying to sell little flags. So there are people waving little red flags back and forth. Nobody knows why they're waving flags. Everybody knows that they did something and they're getting what's coming to them, but they don't know who they are. They're not sure if it's the people protesting or if it's the people inside. But at this point, nobody really cares. It's like a festival has kicked off in the streets outside Bedlam, and there might even be entertaining violence for the to watch. So,
The best kind of street entertainment.
Damn now. Bless Lucian, he's a genius.
and yes, a large number of guards and orderlies have started to amass at the main gate, because the main gate is just a weighted bar that you can lift and raise and lower with a little guardhouse on one side. So there are people throwing things. At the minute, the things they're throwing are soft. At the minute.
Eggs?
Shit, probably.
No, not yet. We haven't quite got to that stage. People are still in a festive mood, so they're throwing like half-eaten bits of food.
I clearly
Comedy
never
fruit.
Glastonbury.
When they start getting annoyed, it might upgrade.
Yeah,
Paving slabs, human feces,
Exactly.
drow feces.
yeah.
Otherwise, you don't want to be throwing human feces if you're a drow.
Oh yeah, don't be careful with the
that's really
dirty,
insulting.
dirty buggers.
So
Chlorine.
racist.
So Sam now will just wait for Admiral Rex and the Knights and Nadir to show up with the boat and the armored cart. So
Right, Nadir, can you make a
yes.
sneak and occult roll?
Of course, I can do both of those things: the sneaking and the occulting. Okie dokie. Yeah, I can do this. Yeah, but I read a book on this once, and I was very sneaky that day. But I,
Idiot's Guide to Teleporting Wagons. Yeah,
That's pretty much what happens.
I seem to have made the whole thing invisible.
You haven't made the whole thing invisible, but what you have done is you've managed to transport the wagon from the other Vermissian location it was in to this one. And rather than opening a door, pushing it through, and then closing the door, what you've done is you've opened the door, moved the door, and closed the door behind it. So nobody's really noticed that this hospital wagon has kind of appeared because they're very distracted over there. You've got the Bedlam Hill wagon with its 6 I'm trying to think of the word. Bits for pushing that people do.
Balls.
Yeah, bars. I don't want to get Nye too excited though. Left a bar.
Oh,
More balls. Hey, Samedy.
never mind.
No one told me there was a carnival.
Nadir, you are a genius too. Lucian's handling the front. As long as Admiral Rex comes through with the Knights.
You weren't
We
actually
may actually have
watching
a
when I
chance.
brought the cart out, just to check, because that's
I-
very bad for the brain.
No, I just turned and you were there.
Okay, good. That's okay.
Nye, at this point,
Yes.
you and the knights are sort of sauntering down round the back of Bedlam Hill with your boat, and they're like, now?
Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's the party for them, right? And we're going to be.
No, they're around the other side of the hospital.
Oh.
And as soon as you got within
Oh.
eyesight of the hospital, people are like, now? And they keep asking you, how about
okay.
now?
Wait. Remember the 8th order of the Knights, which is
No
surprise.
biscuits to be airborne except underwater.
Exactly, and that requires surprise. Okay, so gotta use this is why I get the fancy hat that see. This is why I got the feather that I glued onto the hat. Right, it's crooked.
So you come round the back of Bedlam Hill and you can see the ambulance wagon thing and Nadir and Samedi sort of loitering in the shadow of it.
Now, see that this is going to be the lift that we're going to use. Because, like, you have to kind of like pretend like, oh, we're just a hospital visit. Then surprise, yeah.
But we're supposed to
You're
go
a
in through
butt.
the front through all of that lot.
No.
Oh no. They're the follow-up act. We're the actual like
Main event.
yeah,
Got
of
you.
course.
Got
Duh.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
What do you want us to do then? We got your
Okay.
boat here, and they
Yeah.
put the boat down next to the wagon.
Okay.
And he wasn't lying. He actually has a boat. It's a 6-man rowboat. It's seen better days, but it does have a mounted swivel gun.
Oh, this is exciting. It's upside down, by the way.
No, that's a boat's meant to be see that curved bit, that's meant to be above the water, and that
Oh.
like flat open bit's meant to be under it because it creates an air bubble that the
Okay.
boat floats over.
Oh, this makes sense. Yes, I mean I read this very silly book that said that boats do not actually float; they displace. But I thought this is madness, and you have proved it because you are like an
Yeah.
admiral person and you know about this
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Rex,
so
Yes.
great job. Let's surprise them. so we can find Weaves before she dies.
Exactly. Dies from
Excitement.
Happiness.
Exactly. Now,
can't you see the happiness on my face?
yes. Oh,
It's under the blood. Yes.
Yes.
I'm feeling much better now.
That's good. Okay, so how are we getting the? Can we just put the boat on top of it, or are we tying the boat?
Inside. Why don't you just open the door?
Oh, okay, cool. I'm terrible with size as a kind of comparison, so I don't know how big this boat is compared to the wagon. So you guys do whatever, and my brain will just fill in the gaps.
Get a run up and just
Well,
push it.
Nadir's not the best person to ask about this.
No.
It'll be fine. What? You just fold it, yes?
Will the boat fit in the cart?
The boat will not fit inside the back of the cart.
Well, then let's put the boat on the top of the cart and the swivel gun in the cart. Then we back the cart up, open the doors, and fire the swivel gun from inside it.
It's a double surprise.
This is actually like moving a sofa. No, right, if we turn it on its side and lift it through the door. Okay.
So the knights managed to manhandle the boat up on top of the ambulance. Would somebody like to make me a fix and technology roll?
Literally anybody but me.
I could have a go.
The swivel gun's not even like screwed on. It's just like nailed in crudely, but with like the screws, not nails.
How many? I can assist if you need an extra dice.
That would give me 4. So
okay.
That's
as many as
terrible.
2.
Yeah, but that ruins it if you have 4. You need to have like 2. 1 is the best.
I'll take 4.
So you do it.
Yeah, that's probably more the boat than you that's struggling.
It's not easy, and you take a point of, good lord, what stress is even appropriate here?
Oh, so only
Take a point of reputation stress.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow! I now have
Because
no
the knights are
reputation.
taking the piss out of you while you're doing it.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Well, your puny reality only has the 3 dimensions, and I'm used to so many more.
Book nerd.
Yes. Oh, you meant that to be hurtful. Oh.
But you managed to remove the swivel gun, which has been terribly affixed with nails. To be fair, you don't so much remove the swivel gun as you remove the bench that it's mounted on.
Yeah, that seems.
That way you don't have to pull all the nails out. And you've got a swivel gun in the back of the wagon now.
Okay.
Then let's back this up and give them their surprise.
Yep. And remember, guys, when the surprise goes off, we're all going to cheer, "Hooray!" And then we've got to scatter because that's the surprise. And then those guys at the front that you should definitely go check out. I hear they've got like those like big ribs, like the big ones with the ribs.
Oh, sky whale ribs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, if there's a sky whale rib bloke there, I'm having some. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, come on, let's get this done then.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Time is a wasting.
I will fire the swivel gun at what looks the most thing that does not want to be shot at with a swivel gun.
That's me.
Turn it directly in the door. No. On the hospital, I don't know, like a window or like a support structure. Just something that's
You're outside the wall of the hospital at the minute.
So are the 3 of you getting in the back of the ambulance?
No,
They're around the back of around the side of the hospital near where the glass house is.
All right, let's take it to the back door where they drop off the prisoners, and that way when they see the cart, when the guards on the inside see the cart pull up, they'll open the door.
Right,
we open the doors, and then you just open fire on them.
Right. Okay. Sorry,
Aaron,
I got
where
confused.
Are you going to be?
I will be in the back of the cart with Rex, so that after he's done firing, I can just launch into and hold the door if necessary.
Okie dokie.
I can drive the cart if that helps.
Did you want to make use of the disguises that Alden had procured for you?
Leon is so nice. Just like, remember, guys, Alden put a lot of effort into getting those costumes. I want to see you use them.
Well, we do have the 2 guard uniforms and masks and all the orderlies, so we probably should be dressed like that when we get into the hospital.
Yeah, we probably should. Yeah, I'd feel. Yeah,
More
I could dress as a guard if I'm going to be on the top.
I just realized that's a Les Miserables you have on the.
Yes.
Never mind, yeah.
Can you
Do you hear the drow sing?
Singing the song of
I'm
anger?
the angry drow.
Angry drow. Na 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 na.
So you get the knights to back the wagon around to the VIP entrance.
Beep, beep, beep.
They're all just chanting beep,
reversing.
Yeah. Neither
And I
gets
get a beat going beep, 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 beep.
Like tires from space.
Exactly. That's the one.
And you bang on the door, and a little slit opens up, and they see you in your guard uniform and your hospital wagon, and they open up this big old door. It's not big enough for the ambulance to go in through, but it is big enough for the doors to open. You can see that there are 4 guards inside. They look quite skittish. They've all got guns at the ready. They're clearly not happy with what's going on.
Everything is
Humans,
fine. Do not
a lot
worry.
of them. And then what? Come on, Nye, it's your moment.
Well, if they open the door, I'm just gonna be like, "Hello."
Okay, roll.
Fight and what would the domain be?
Low
Order?
society
Oh, low
always
society.
works.
Yeah,
because
seems to.
you're surrounded by scumbags.
Surprise!
Say hello to my little boat.
Surprise, motherfucker.
What
Oh,
is
good
going
Lord.
on?
Kaboom!
Yes.
Well, he's not having a good morning, is he?
You write
Right.
lazy dog in the wall as you shoot.
Can you roll d6 damage for
No
each of
problem.
them? So 2d6s.
Okay. I just put roll 2d6.
You can just do the little dice button thing.
Oh, can I?
Yeah. If you go
Okay.
to the 6 and go to 2.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry.
That's all right.
6.
Well, no, it's 5 and 1. So
Oh,
it's
5 and 1,
actually
sorry.
6 and 2.
Oh.
So the first one who's just opened the door is confronted full on with you and your boat-mounted swivel gun as you kind of crank the handle, dug, 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 dug. And he just jerks around like a rag doll before coming apart on the floor of the corridor. His partner behind him gets hit by another couple of bullets and kind of falls to the floor, clutching his side, going, ah!
Okay.
Oh, I heard a
point.
bird. No. Okay, sorry.
At that
Aaron.
point, Samede says to Ged, "Sick him." And he leaps out of the wagon and strikes down with his war cleaver.
Okay, so there's still 2 more guards there. So we'll let you take down your one.
All right.
Can we just establish as canon for the game that Ged is wearing like a little dog jacket that says therapy animal?
I love
Mr.
it.
Mittens!
He is now.
Oh, Ben, okay, just say, like, once this starts, I'm wanting the lads to just, like, this is their get the fuck out of here thing, because, like...
Yeah,
I
they
don't-
let off a big cheer when the party cannon goes off,
Exactly, yeah.
and then cheese it into the carnival to get...
Exactly.
Okay, you all go get your ribs. You've been marvelous. Bye.
They're around the other side anyway, so they can't kind of get in.
Well, they probably flip you off as they leave Nadir. Hey!
So I got a 9. So he brings the cleaver down. Now with Sikkim, I get it. It gets the brutal tag. So I roll 2d6 and take the best of the
Okay.
2 rolls. So 6 points of damage to him. Cleaver across the collarbone.
Yoink.
So he gets hyenaed in the midriff, and while he's looking aghast at the hyena and trying to bring his gun up, you catch him across the collarbone, and there's a blood spray that goes up the back of the passageway, and he goes down. The fourth guard turns to run.
Smart man.
Nadir, what do you want to do?
I do not want to get involved in hand-to-hand combat again.
That's fine. You don't have to. It's not what you're here for.
No, but I don't really want to get him to get away. So,
The only thing I can hurl at you is abuse.
that's what I was wondering. Do I have anything to throw? Do I have like a whip for whipping the drow? I was meant to be driving.
How does the Vermissian door opening go? Can you just open a portal underneath someone?
At higher levels.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Unfortunately, I don't have that one. There is a Vermissian ability that basically allows you to just drop people through a trap door.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Yeah, it's great. I love it.
But sadly, no.
Yeah.
And why are you smiling? Because I know something you don't know. What's that? You're standing on a portal to the Vermissian.
Bye. No. Okay. So I will hop off the wagon and maybe follow this person.
Oh god, that's actually quite terrifying. Hello.
Hello. I am one of you. Can you not tell? I am wearing the orderly uniform and I have the gruff mannerly voice.
I presume.
So this guy is running up the passageway. Nadir is giving chase.
No, I'm following with him.
Okay, sorry, is accompanying him.
Yes, not
Up the
chasing at
passageway.
all. No.
He gets to the door. There's like a trap door in the ceiling,
Oh, I like this.
and he throws it open and goes up the little ladder that's there. And he's like, "We've got to lock it. We've got to lock it behind us.
Okay, I'm with you. Show
We
me the
can't
lock.
let them get to us."
Okay.
And he flips the door back down again.
As soon as he's not looking, I'm going to stab him in the kidney. Assuming
Okay, so
the drow have
as he's bent
kidneys.
over trying to fit the deadbolt in the door, you
Kidneys.
stab him in the kidneys.
Yeah.
Fight in low society, please.
That's really not my strong point.
Not really,
No,
but
really
you
not.
never know, do you? And you've got a reroll.
I'm going to need it because I got one dice.
Come on.
Arguably,
It's
you
a success.
don't need it. It's a success, and on one dice, you may not do better with a reroll.
Yeah, I'll take it. Odds are it would be worse. So
you stick him with your knife, which does D3 damage.
want me to roll a D3. I got the 2.
Mm. And he's like, as you stab him in the kidneys with your little knife.
What? What is wrong?
And he doesn't manage to get the deadbolt shut. And he's like crawling away and grabbing at his back and trying to pick up his gun and trying to get through. And you can see where this glass house has been a scene of recent violence. There are bloodstains on the floor. There are bloodstains on the stairs. Some of the plants have got blood spray on them. Some of the windows have got blood spray on them.
I do not think you want to go in there, my friend.
You're in there at the minute. He's trying to get out of there.
I don't think either of us want to be in here at the moment.
Terrifying. You chased this person and insisted you're one of them. And then you stab him in the kidney and then shout, "What's wrong?"
Here, let me help you.
So twisted.
Alden always plays some of those terrifying conceptual characters.
It's just so twisted.
Alden is the living exemplar of prog rock.
Yeah, very much, yeah.
His characters aren't metal, but they're definitely concept.
Yeah,
I quite like that.
it's good.
Meanwhile, in the operating theatre,
Oh, no.
All right.
Weaves, you are in the web. Deep inside Ishkra's web. The heartbeat now sounds further away and a lot more maternal. More like you're being incubated than exposed.
I'm at this point in Ishkra's mercy, and
Well, the cocoon that you're in starts to expand into a large round room made entirely of webbing. And lots of little spiders are scuttling around the walls and the floors. And they kind of come up to you and they tentatively touch your feet.
I like them.
And then they crawl onto your legs and start crawling all over your body. And these little spiders explore you. They crawl on your arms, your legs, your head.
This is not torture. This is divine. This is a blessing to be away from, I'm not even thinking like it's a blessing to be away from, the torture that I was in earlier. I'll take whatever I can get. This is actually something that she's overwhelmingly like, her mind is just thank you right now.
One of the spiders crawls up onto your bottom lip and just sort of strokes at your bottom lip.
The mouth opens.
And it darts inside. Followed by another and another. And then this tide of spiders just sort of washes up you and into your mouth. Pouring into your mouth so fast that it's like drinking rather than anything else. And they're not hurting. There's no pain as they flood inside you. And then it stops. And you feel full up with spiders. You can feel Ishkra touching every part of your insides as well as your outsides. The goddess is around you and within you and upon you and everywhere at once. And you feel a sort of itching sensation in your back.
I guess I try not to scratch it, but probably I guess I rub it.
When you do, the skin breaks really, really easily, and these extra arms pop out. First one, then another, and another. And you begin to take on the form of Ishkra. So if you look if you've got the book handy, if you look at the high advanced form of Ishkra.
Fucking A. All right.
Your body starts to change. And then for a second, you're inside the web room and you're in the operating theatre and you're co-locating in both spaces at once. And your eye that's open, the one that isn't covered, is joined by others blooming across your head. And you can feel your fingers sharpening and lengthening like razor blades. And you realize that only 2 of your arms are bound. The other 4, they're not even touched because you didn't have them when you came in. And you can feel the goddess acting through you. So yes, you develop the features Eyes of Ishkra, Hands of the Mother, Wall Walker, Chitinous Shell, and Venomous Mandibles.
Amazing.
And you get to roll 6 dice whenever you're defending Drow.
Good God! Yeah,
you almost explode off the table. The spike in your ear is torn free. The plate over your eye shatters as it's replaced by this multifaceted spider eye that forces the device on your head off. And you sit bolt upright. Your robes have shredded around you and flutter about like ribbons in a breeze that comes from nowhere. The doctor sees you and he says, "Oh my." And there's a shriek as the nurse hurls herself across the room with all of her clockwork arms at the ready and leaps at you.
Spider fight.
Yeah, all right. I think spider fight time.
Mighty morphing avatar midwife.
It's like that scene from is. That's
Godzilla meets Mecha
fucking
Godzilla.
hilarious. I'm not even gonna make my joke because that joke is so good. No, I
love
can't.
it.
I can't follow up that. That's too good.
All right. Well, she's leaping at me. I leap at her. I'm fucking ready for this. Let's go. All right. So I'm assuming fight and society, maybe
Religion.
Yeah, I would say religion is a better fit at this.
Yeah,
point.
this is a battle
Definitely.
of faith, isn't it?
Definitely.
In its most
Definitely.
literal
So
form.
this is fight and religion. Yes.
Yeah. Oh God, totally. I'm not even sure why I even suggested alternatively.
But you're acting in the benefits of the Drow people, so technically you're rolling 6 dice.
Yeah, how does that work? We're only allowed to roll 4. What
You're only
is
allowed
this?
to roll 4, except if you're in the form of Ishkra.
Except when you're home. Yes.
Well, I
Unless
think
when
this
you're a
is-
demigod.
Yes.
Which, yeah, fair enough.
So
I mean,
as she
yeah.
crashes into you, you catch first the 2 Drow arms that are coming for your face with your Drow hands, and then the metal hands with your other hands as well. And you grab all of her limbs, which is something that she's not used to happening because technically the form of Ishkra doesn't always have that many arms. And so you're locked in this sort of deadlock with her. Let's see how she can do. Oh,
Well then.
and a deadlock it is. So you've got her, she's got you, and the two of you are sort of thundering back and forth in the operating theatre. You knock over the bed that you were on a minute ago, and it crashes to the floor, trays and surgical tools spraying everywhere. What do you want to do?
Let me see. Wall walker. That lets me. Okay, that gives me extra
You fight-
legs.
Yeah, you guys are fighting like you're the girl from what's it called? Like where she's climbing on the wall. The two of you just like
We're going full Matrix
Yeah.
on this.
All right, so
Polar
I'm
dance,
gonna
just like-
You
Not-
can't
I'm gonna
spit
pull a
venom on her.
Trinity or whatever her name
Yeah.
is.
Venom.
Ooh. Yeah, actually, I don't
Venom.
spit venom on her. I spit venom on the doctor.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. Okay, so roll fight and occult.
I'm looking for where does it say the venomous spitting thing?
It's a D6 ranged unreliable under venomous mandibles.
Okay, that works.
So it's still 6 dice though to hit.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
It is still 6 dice because this guy has been acting against the Drow people.
Yes. Boo.
And as
straight.
we all know, oh my lord, oh my lord, oh my god,
So
this is so good.
Take that, sunshine.
Your mouth kind of rips open in this extra set of inner jaws come out, and you hurl this gob of spider venom directly at the doctor, and it strikes him. Excuse me. Roll a d6, please.
1d6. Oop. Not the best, but I'll take it.
You got to reroll probably.
You are melting him. I feel like every damage you do is bad.
I don't think. Actually, no. Weaves does have an extra.
Yeah, I do
Roll,
have a
because someone
reroll, but
just
I'm gonna
gave you
save that
another
for. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to make another roll at some point. That's very tenuous. I'll take the 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
you are
it
melting him,
actually
so he's gonna be
upgrades to
upset.
3 because of your earlier success.
Mhm.
So this gob of acidic spider venom hits the doctor square on the side of the head, and you can hear his flesh sizzling and bubbling. As he runs into a far corner, he screams and starts trying to claw at his own face to peel off this thick, viscous venom. That's
Okay,
just
we have to
slammed
kill
into
him now. Otherwise, this is an origin story.
This is actually, yeah. We need to be
Just to say, okay?
Okay, and meanwhile, back outside.
Yeah.
So Mayday charges into the hospital. He watches Nadir run by to go out down that secret passage back towards the
So the secret passage, as you know, leads up into the glass house,
So-
and you burst through the door, which hasn't been locked, to see the guard like clutching at his side and trying to sort of back away from Nadir.
What? What is the problem? I
Nadir,
will help you.
we need to go back into the hospital. Let me just finish this guy off real quick.
Rex,
What?
you
Who are
going
you?
into?
Who is this interloper?
No, I feel like Rex would already be trying to get through. If this is like a detour thing, he's trying to get through into the main, like he's going ahead.
No, this is where the passageway comes out.
Okay.
It comes out in the glass house, which is outside of the hospital.
Oh, okay, then that's fine. Yeah, if that's forwards, then.
So
he's
you
trying to go
also
forward.
burst out behind Aaron. Sorry, behind Samidi. Aaron's not there.
Oh,
You overestimate Rex's tactical thinking. Forward is the only way to go.
she only has the one gear.
You
Oh,
burst out and you're in a
forward.
weird greenhouse,
ah,
and everything's made of glass, and there are bloodstains all over the place.
Okay, I've got my lance. I can't take the swivel gun, can I? Because it's a stationary thing, so I have to put that down. Yeah.
You could take the swivel gun or your lance.
No,
Oh,
lance. Always no lance. It's my precious pride and joy.
It's
Wow.
true, you haven't had much chance, and I
No.
suppose right now you'd quite like to lance.
I think this is a
a
perfect
lot.
job.
This is definitely
Yeah.
a
Oh, there we go.
bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, brother guard, there are more of them. Hold them off while I warn the doctor.
Why
Oh.
you talking like that? You stabbed me.
No, I did not.
And he sees who it is that's come out of the ground with you. He's like, oh God, it's him.
I told you to run.
I ran.
Not far
Fast.
enough.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were coming back. Worst last words ever.
Yeah.
So I'll just swing the
Yeah, I'm not going to make you
battle
roll
plate right
to end this guy because he's kind of crawling backwards away from you and is already injured. So with a wicked slash of your battle cleaver, you remove his head and it rolls away to land in a nearby pool of blood from someone else's horrible injuries that you inflicted the night before.
He did.
More meat for Charnel. Now let's get down and find this doctor and free Weaves.
I unironically think with like Nadir doing that. Yes, I'm a fellow guard. Like Rex could be like, "Who are you?" Oh, Nadir.
Hello. I know
Oh, it's
my
Nadir.
deception
Oh.
was almost impenetrable.
It
much
was.
like
You
my
scared
accent.
me. Oh, I nearly took your head off with my lance. Okay, right.
But following the path that Samidi leads you on, you go out of the glass house and around the corner of the hospital, which curves around to your right. The guards have come out. Most of the orderlies and the guards are now at the main gate. They've formed a line at the gate and they're trying to hold back this huge crowd. And you can see now from inside the hospital, the crowd looks even bigger. There are people all over the place. You've got Brother Hellion shouting outside the main gate, "You must release our brother into our care."
The fiesta.
You can't make out where Lucian is, but wherever he has been, trouble is worse.
Can I be running down the corridors with the lance in front, just charging, just ahead of the rest? They're going,
Oh, yeah. Yes, we have let you go ahead.
You
That's
smash
fine.
the main doors of the hospital open with your lance. The doors open, slamming backwards. They don't even close back against one another properly because you've taken them off of some of their hinges.
Did we want to do
You go
that?
charging in, and the nurse who sat at reception sees you come charging in and just ignores you completely as you go running past because there's no way that actually happens.
No,
Like,
it's a
I-
mental asylum.
I-
you know, this
I
sort of
do-
thing happens.
"Oh wait, oh fuck, I have something for this. Wait, give me a minute."
An actual lance.
Oh, how big's the lance going to be?
About this big. Hey! Okay, I would like Nadir to be doing this.
I'll be taking that noise down. So as soon as I go past her, I'm gonna. Oh shit, my
Even
headphones.
got Patsy. Oh, dear.
I've been waiting forever to use these. But I don't know how to get the right clock noise. Anyway, I'll go past it. I'll come back. I'm like, we're looking for a patient. Nurse. Hello.
Got a name?
Yes. Weaves.
Hold on a minute, please.
Okay, thank you.
Hold.
And she starts going through some paper records
Okay.
in front of her.
Yeah.
The rest of you catch up.
Wait, can you hurry? I'm really sorry, but can we hurry up a little bit? Just because, like,
Why is she humming that music?
I haven't
Nadir.
got anyone on my paperwork called Weaves. I'm sorry.
Hello,
okay.
hold on. I can smell knowledge. I know how to find weaves, I think.
Okay, well, thank you for aiding us. Also, I would probably use your lunch break to get out of here because a lot of angry people are going to come in.
And they are doing ribs
kill
out there.
everyone in
You know,
here.
you want some of those.
Oh, yeah,
Those
they-
are good, yes.
Unless, of
Have they
course,
got
you're...
those pastry things?
I don't
Yeah,
know. Oh,
yeah.
the little pastries with the little, very nice with the
No.
spice.
Yeah, them. Have they got any of those?
I don't know. Why
Yeah,
don't you
I
go and have a
I
look?
think they do. Yeah.
I think I might, actually.
Yeah.
Sameda is just kind of shaking his head. And he and
This
Get
blood-stained carrion priest comes in behind the giant lance-wielding knight. She's like, I'm going to take my lunch break now.
That's for the best. Don't come back. Nadir, I know
Okay.
where the door is we need to go through. I've been there.
Okay. Is there any other information? Sorry, dropping out of character. Ben, is there any other information that my mental directory can pick up, given I rolled a 9?
Well, inside you can see that there are several large wards. They appear to be gender segregated, so they have female drow in the side on your left, male drow in the side on your right, and then they have behind the reception area they have a whole room full of non-drow that they've just kind of all bunched up together.
Ah, yes, the three genders.
Drow male,
Oh,
drow
right.
female, other races.
Oh, right. Okay. I got back.
Four.
Okay.
Well, Samity, we want to rescue. Well, obviously we want to rescue Weaves, but we also want to rescue these people. Given that's a path that Rex and you mostly have cleared,
Do you know what?
is now
Actually, Nadir, you
empty.
can make that investigate occult roll
Yeah,
for your mental directory because there's something else that you would be able to detect that the others wouldn't.
I did, and I got a 9.
Okay, well, in that case, there is an outrageous amount of heart energy pulsing through this place. There is a source not far away, probably only somewhere between 10 to 15 decades of space from where you are.
Okay, need to find that.
The air around you is fizzing. It's like it's dispersed into the hospital a little bit. Some of these people have become insane since being put here. It's like radiation exposure, and the energy of the vermisian of the heart is leaking out into these wards to confirm the idea that this is a hospital. They weren't necessarily mad when they were brought here, but they absolutely are now. But it's a short-term madness that can be remedied if their exposure to the vermisian is removed.
We can get these people out, then they may
Okay.
stop being quite so interesting. I mean, mad.
Okay, so we need to get the people out. We need to find Weaves, and we need to destroy the heart. Yes.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yes.
not destroys the heart. Destroys the mechanisms that is tapping into the heart.
Meanwhile, outside, in the crowd, Leon, what's Lucian going to do? Anything else Lucian wants to do? Do you want to whip the crowd up more? Do you want to keep them
mainly-
simmering?
Sowing more discord. I'm trying to whip them up more in case we need to go in and rescue.
Okay, how are you going to go about that?
So I'm going to start murmurings of rumours that the hospital would be better put in the hands of the church, and that we could serve our community better if we took it over and used the facilities. So we don't necessarily want to destroy it because we want to help the people in there.
Oh God. Okay.
So that's the level I'm trying to go for. Angry, but not too much destruction. Like I don't want them to burn the building down.
Okay, so you're reminding them that there are people inside.
Who need help? Yeah.
Okay, can you do me a compel and low society roll? We'll see how well that sticks.
The greatest riot ever, where they all go in and give love and attention to the people who need it. We're gonna hug them. We're gonna make sure they feel special and they are comforted. What is going on?
Boom.
Dice are
We want
favouring
slight
everyone
incremental
tonight.
change.
We want things to be a bit better.
And we're
What
gonna
do we
and we're-
want? Incremental reform. When do we want it? Over a reasonable period of time.
We believe we can operate this bureaucracy better.
If only our person was in charge.
Do you hear the people file the necessary paperwork?
I think we should have a democratic vote how we're going to anarchically destroy this.
It's not
No.
quite like that. But they aren't sitting around forming committees. They're
Yeah,
like,
no, I know.
you know what?
I
We should get the people out of there. These people are stopping us. That some of our loved ones are in there.
Exactly.
We
If they
don't
did this to
care.
Lagrange, who else knows what they've got in there and what's going
It's
on?
like
And
it's
the
like
crowd
this-
is starting to surge forward and push against the barrier.
It's
and
like
push
it's like the
against
storming of the
orderly.
Bastille, but the people are, going to be loved and cared for once we get them out.
So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
there is a definite movement in the crowd away from the sort of slightly festival atmosphere that you started off with the Pharaoh let our people go model that was happening to no, we're actually going to go in and we're going to take our people out.
Yeah.
And I think, and the soft fruits and half-eaten sandwiches that were being thrown at the orderlies are being replaced with small rocks, some small rocks the size of large rocks.
Stones. The friend of the rioting masses.
Yes, bottles are now
The loose
joining
brick.
the mix. So the crowd has started to turn away from sort of peaceful demonstration towards more sort of agitated action. They want to get in there, and they're starting to push back against the orderlies. Now, at the minute, the orderlies are kind of trying to hold the line, and they're being quite brutal, and they're bashing people back with their cudgels. There's a few shots fired, mostly as warning shots, which causes people to pull back a little bit before they are surged forwards again. Anything else you want to do?
Trying to think if I can spark this more. Okay, of all the orderlies there, does anyone look like maybe they deserve to be shot in the face?
Oh my
You would do, to be fair. Remember, a lot of these orderlies were former gang members that were recruited more for their ability to inflict violence and prevent other people from doing things through the threat of violence than because of their impressive mental health pedigree.
You look at one of them and he rolls up his sleeves, and on his sleeves it says, I believe that punishment is the best form of education. And you go, right, him, you get him, fuck
Okay,
him.
so I want
Bad
that
guy, yeah.
brandishing my gun up towards one of them, the right rifle. I'll go, do you want some? And then I'm going to pull out my pistol and I'm going to shoot the guy next to him.
Go on then. Let's have it.
Okay.
Fight and low society.
He's the older guy that when you shoot him goes 2 days from retirement.
I'll face the price of your insubordination.
It's like, I just mopped the floors.
Amazing.
8.
So that's a hit.
Nice.
You shoot, you hit. Roll a. What dice does your gun do? Is
It's
it
just a
6 or
dueling
3?
pistol. So I don't think I've hit anyone with it before.
It is interesting how
The D6, D6.
There you go. Thanks,
but
Aaron.
it is piercing, so it'll bypass his armor if he has any armor on.
I got a 2. Can I use one of my rerolls to reroll my damage, please?
Yes, you can.
just don't get
Six.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
There goes his face.
You
And the
shoot
rest
him
of him.
straight through the heart. And he goes down, breaking the chain of orderlies, and the crowd surges forwards into the breach.
I'm going to do like a running thing, like I'm going fast, but I'm going to slowly let everyone else go past me.
Heroically jogging.
Yeah, so I look like I'm really going for it.
Hold me back! Hold me back! All of you, hold me back!
Yeah, the crowd does surge forward. They're kind of pushing the Church of the Gun ahead of them because those are the people who were at the front doing the most shouting. And now there's been gunfire. It's become holy. So there's a question of faith going on now. And the Church of the Gun surges forwards into the breach. Back in the operating theatre.
Oh, I'm operating for sure. So I want to, if I may, like drag Doc Ock or whatever her name is up onto the ceiling with me. So we're evenly matched with our arms. But
so you're going to try and walk backwards up the ceiling, pulling her with you, because you don't know if she can do that or not.
I don't know if she can, and I don't care. If I'm the one on the with the touch to the ground,
you will have to let go of her with two of your hands to be able to do that, because just your feet on the wall won't be enough. You'll need to use some of your hands as well.
Well, if I've got more hands than she does, then I've kind of already got the advantage there.
Yes, she's only got one set of extra arm. No, does she have one?
I think you mentioned that she had two.
She did have two sets of extra arms, yeah. So no, you've got the same number of arms.
Okay, same number. Got it.
Although you have more eyes and fangs than she does.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I'm going to try.
Staring contest.
I'm going to try pushing myself back up the wall, and what I really want to do with her is swing her and hurl her into the wall.
Okay.
But figure that out.
Well, do that first. Try that.
Is it a fight?
Yes, that's fight and religion again.
Deceive her into thinking the wall is soft.
Not that it really matters, since you're rolling 6 dice. It doesn't really matter what you're doing while you're in the form of Ishkra.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Ishkra be blessed. This is a religious act of vengeance. Wow! Really? And that was, you know what? That's the reroll. That's the reroll.
That is exactly. There we
go.
That's twos as well.
Yes.
So you throw her. Are you throwing? Which way are you throwing her? Towards the door? Towards the machines?
I want to hurl her onto the doctor, unless there's like an active machine going on that I think would cause an explosion if she was interfering with it.
Well, there is the machine. It's not really.
Probably the doctor.
You can't really differentiate it from anything else. There's the machine.
Yeah, fuck that.
But you
throwing her at the doctor.
Throw her at the doctor bodily, and you release her just in time because you were holding her rather than her holding you. So you fling her across the room, and she shrieks as she flies through the air before landing in a bundle of limbs and kind of righting herself by claws into the walls. You can see her claws punch into the stone of the walls as she rights herself and pulls herself up. The doctor is kind of cradling his face, trying to crawl towards the far corner. He's had the wind knocked out of him by her arriving.
Good.
She is going to thrust two of her hands towards you, Kamehameha style. And as she does so, she fires her claws out on long strands of chain.
That is decidedly un-Ishkra.
That is decidedly un-Ishkra. It does. One of them does hit you, and it clamps into you. So you take 2 points of blood stress.
Ooh, ouch. 2 points of blood stress. Let me look at my... I don't think going form of Ishkra gave me any more blood, did it?
It gave you 3 points of armor.
Gives you 3 points of armor, yes.
Yeah.
So
that just soaks the...
So it just soaks the damage.
Exchange, yeah.
All right, so I go down 2. Got it. All right.
Because you're covered in a chitinous carapace as well.
We love that.
Built spider armor over yourself.
Fuck
Gosh,
yeah.
I don't know what happens when it falls off though. Are you
Pat's
like
going to need some alone time after this.
Hold on. I got this. Shush.
we all everyone
rude.
everyone has to have a prop. I have the coconut shells. Pat has the gloves. Oh yeah, we can't forget about Baby Cthulhu.
Baby Cthulhu. Alden's got an imaginary hat.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, right, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
My coconut shells look a bit silly by comparison, but who cares?
We love your
Nobody
coconut
else's
shell.
prop made a noise. Well, Pat's might.
Careful now.
All right.
So,
It's gonna be our
you fling her into the doctor. She claws her way back up, fires these chain claws at you. The one that misses starts to retract back up into her wrist. The other one is clutched in your armor as you back up and around the wall, heading towards the ceiling.
Yeah. I'm going to tug on that.
Okay, meanwhile, team fight.
Okay.
I
You've
think
made
he
your way
means
past
guys.
reception. What's
Yes.
next?
So are we splitting up or are we just going as one big group?
Can I
we-
sort of be following the emanations, God? The disturbance is here.
I'm jogging on the spot.
The disturbance is kind of above, next to, around you. The way the Vermissian works is this, that the actual hole in space isn't necessarily directly inside the hospital because it has a certain degree of dimensional adjacency. But fortunately, Samidi knows exactly where he's going.
Where's the door?
Follow me.
Okay.
I see Lucian bringing the crowd in. They should be able to get the people out. Let's handle the machine and see
Okay,
if we get
yes.
through the weaves.
Otherwise,
So you go
reality
around the
is
back of the
screwed.
non-drow ward. There are a bunch of humans and gnolls, some gutterkin, all looking kind of fairly miserable and forlorn. In
Hello.
their standard issue hospital smocks, just kind of dejectedly sat around, not doing very much. When they hear the sound of you approaching, like, a lot of them start to take more notice and heads go up like meerkats and shoulders start to go back and people start to look, what's going on? What's going on? What's happening?
Hello. All of you need to form an orderly crocodile. Everyone get your buddy. You're
Freedom.
going on a field trip.
What? They start to sort of cluster together in little groups.
That's good. Soon there will be a joyful mob will come and take you on an excursion. I am clearly an orderly, as you can tell from my outfit and my voice.
You might
So
not want
you
to
will
be when the
listen to
crowd
me.
gets here.
Your freedom is at hand. Be prepared. Let's go, Nadir. We've got to get to this door.
Some of them start crying. There's some
Okay, look, you made them cry now.
cheering.
I make everyone cry. It's what I do.
This is trying
Samidi
what
leads
to say
you
it,
to
but
a
yeah.
small office behind the non-drow ward. In the office, there are two doors, a very mundane wooden door. There's a table, some comfortable chairs, a pot plant.
Oh, I like this. I'm taking
And there's
that.
also this black iron door etched with symbols and sigils, radiating magic off of it.
That's the door, Nadir. Can you get us through that?
Yes. Why not?
Excellent.
Okay, Nadir, make a fix and a cult roll.
Yes.
The sigils burn their way into your mind. They look familiar. They come from an alphabet you both know and don't know simultaneously.
I remember.
Some
it
of them
well.
aren't even in this world. They're everywhere. They're in this world, in other worlds.
The
You've got
hardest thing about the Vermissian is learning the alphabet.
You have to orient the locks so that they're in the same physical space for the door to open.
Okay, so I'm going to remember some of the things I saw to the eyes of the dead person, and just hope and pray, and I'll take the 10.
Yes. Damn now has our back.
You start.
I opened it a while ago, but I'm having fun.
You're opening
Weaves.
other
Yes.
locks in other realities.
The door pops open, and there's a corridor, a long corridor with a staircase in the distance that you can see.
Rex, charging
Yes.
speed,
Wait.
full ahead.
Rex takes the lead with his coconut shell.
Anywhere there's a long
Charge!
straight, we just let Rex go first.
Charges up
Exactly.
this long straight.
Anything with corners, it's Samedy.
Well, I do that kind of like turning thing as I reach a
Nye,
corner.
can you please make me a pursue and occult roll?
Okay. I have nothing in those, so I'm rolling one dice. This will be fun.
Can I assist? No.
Oh my god!
Hey.
There is no justice in this
Kaboom.
world. He runs down the corridor. Occasionally behind him, you get these flashes of light as he triggers the traps, but has passed them by the time they go off.
The Clip Clubs have won the day.
Yeah.
Runs down the corridor, blind to everything that's going on, as occasional flashes of Vermissian energy pop behind him. Things that you know would have like caused physical damage or
Oh,
altered the
seemed to
flow
be
rate of
elsewhere.
time and space as you went past them. Up the stairs and slams into another door, which bursts open to reveal an operating theatre. So, Knight, you burst into an operating
Yep.
theatre. Inside the
Yep.
operating theatre, you can see this large mechanical construct, all brass and mahogany, in
Okay.
the middle of the room, attached by wires which are dangling to some piece of apparatus that looks like it might be attached to a person. There's a table that's been smashed to one side. You can see a man in surgical gear, a pale elf here, crawling away towards one corner.
Mhm.
On the floor, you can see a woman, a drow woman in nurse's clothes. She's got 2 normal arms and 4 clockwork metal arms of shiny steel growing out of her back, one of which is attached by a chain to a fearsome drow spider hybrid in shredded midwife robes, mounted on the ceiling and the wall behind her.
Does it remind me of anyone? This
Not
spider?
really. It's got
Oh,
massive
really?
mandibles and 8 eyes. I mean, you're a simple fella.
Yeah.
This is an avatar of the goddess. No mere
Okay.
mortal could possibly look like this.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go over, and then we're gonna see the doctor. I'm gonna see the giant spider and the mechanical arms. Gonna leave that to its own devices just for now. I'm gonna pick up the doctor and I'm gonna shake him a little bit and go, where is the sparkly thing machine that has the heart attached to it? Where is it? Tell me! Tell me!
So you pick up this elf-ear doctor, all in his white robes and a white coat underneath it. He's got a half mask covering the lower half of his face with a big red cross across it. But some of that and some of his face is like horribly burned with acidic venom. One of his eyes is like almost completely shut and weeping some kind of clear fluid down the side of his face. And he's just like, impossible. Impossible.
I'm about to show you what impossible looks like because I'm about to lose my impossible temper. Now you are going to tell me where the machine is.
Aaron, you burst into the room behind him. There's Rex shaking this elf-eared doctor. You see the rest of the scene as described.
I go, I look at Rex and go, he's got that. And then I see the nurse down there and I go, Ged, sick him. And then we fall on that nurse with a 150-pound hyena and my war cleaver.
Therapy.
He's mine.
So
That's impressive, Alden. It looks like while you were doing this, your roll was so successful you may have also opened the
Right,
door
roll
to
20 has to be
Narrowneck
broken.
Exec's house.
Roll 20 is broken. This is not humanly
Seriously, what the
possible.
fuck?
Okay.
So
ro-
many tens.
We're pretty far advanced in the game.
Somebody
We're rolling a lot of
Ged
dice.
slams
Oh my
into
God.
the nurse and grabs her leg in his jaws. Samedy brings down his cleaver and hacks into the meat of her flesh.
So she actually only takes 2 points. So I got a 10, so it's 1 extra bonus point of damage. But
Right, so as you slice through her dress, you can see that she's got some kind of very form-fitting, semi-metallic outfit underneath it, almost like an organic form of metallized armor that's wrapped around her body that appears to be attached to these arms that she's got on as well. You haven't actually hurt her at all with your blade. Outside, Leon, the crowd surges into the hospital.
Gonna surge in. Oh, am I surging with them? Yeah, I'm going in with them because I want to make sure that they don't.
You're like,
They
wait,
pick up furniture and
I've
push over
suddenly
desks.
realised that my fellow teammates might be dressed as orderlies. So
well, you
There's
just
no
go,
sign of your fellow teammates.
where
but
could they be?
Wait, what's that?
As you burst in, you can see that there are a number of wards inside full of patients.
I want to direct people and say, "Save them! We have to get them out of this place,"
Some of them are already lined up in a crocodile.
which is very convenient.
Yes, the non-drow are already lined up and kind of holding hands and looking around confusedly. The Church of the Gun members bring their weapons to bear and blow the padlocks off the doors, locking the drow up. And they
There's
start
keys hung on the wall.
But no gun, obviously.
they start pulling people out and beckoning them and like guiding them towards the exit. And each one person is taken by another, and the crowd are helping them out. And
You've been
They
saved
start
by
setting
guns.
little triage areas outside. And once they get the patients outside the hospital, they're sat down on the grass, and there's tears and soup and water. People
And
come
cuddles.
there with aid and blankets.
If I see anyone beating up orderlies, I'm just going to ignore that. But I'm going to check it's not.
That's
not
happening
preference.
quite a lot as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
The orderlies
Yeah.
by this stage pretty much had the crap kicked out of them.
Yeah. In this very wholesome scene of unity and support for those that have been, harmed and broken. Also, there's a bit of violence and teeth kicking in, but that's to be expected.
I'm going to head towards the back door where I know that they were coming in on the ambulance, just to see if they're over there somewhere to try and.
There's no sign of them out the back.
No.
There is an ambulance with a boat on top of it.
And I say, okay, but they clearly got in.
Yeah, they've clearly gone inside now. So back in the operating theatre, Pat.
All right. So I have her by the hand, and now she's being partially consumed by a hyena.
She's just been hyenaed, yes.
Yeah. I'm going to. Well, goodness, it looks like the hyena hasn't done very much. I suppose I climb over top of her and I fall on her with rapid speed, like a fucking horror movie villain, and drop onto her and dig my fangs deep into her neck.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll your 6 billion dice.
Yeah, I'm rolling an insane amount of dice. All right. So I guess that's the best I can do. Actually, I do have another reroll.
That is a
No,
full
that's
success.
that's
to
a
be fair.
That's a full success.
Yeah, that's
I'll
a
take
full
it, you know what?
success.
I'll take it.
You're just getting greedy with the tens.
I am getting
So you
greedy.
scuttle across the ceiling and then launch yourself onto her. So as Ged pins her leg and Samedy starts slashing at her torso, you land just behind her and sink your mandibles deep into her neck. So that does D6
Mhm.
brutal damage. So
Roll another
roll
D6.
2d6 and pick the best one.
It's like a free reroll.
I'll take the 4.
And you bite into her unprotected flesh with your venomous mandibles. And she screams as your poison spurts through her bloodstream. She starts like twitching and convulsing slightly.
I caress her cheek and I say, "Don't scream. Embrace it. This is the closest to Ishkra you'll ever get."
So Mayday looks over and he goes, "Oh, Weaves, you're looking good."
That's more stone cold than anything Samedi has said all game. Fucking hell.
Oh, yeah.
So Rex, you've got the doctor, you've lifted him up off the ground bodily by one hand, and you're holding him in the air and shaking him and demanding he points out the machine. He appears to be dazed, a little bit confused.
Well, I shake him harder to undaze him.
Rex, what are you doing?
I love Rex.
Well, stop.
It's here, it's all around you.
Well, I need more specifics than all around me. It's not like Ishkra. Like, I need...
Just break everything, starting with him.
Oh, okay. Now you're speaking my language.
Alden, you can feel the waves coming off of this big brass and mahogany machine in the middle of the room. There is a caged portal somewhere inside there that's being held in place.
Okay.
Somehow
Rex,
you can see some of the clockwork.
Okay, I'd like to
people's heads.
Smash the doctor against the machine.
Thank you.
Okay. Roll fight and low society for me.
Just got to check the book for how much bludgeoning damage an Elfir does.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
This is an improvised weapon.
Oh, hello.
Please roll 1d3 damage to the machine.
One.
That's an Elfir is a 1d3 bludgeoning weapon. Okay, good to know.
You roll a d6 and half it.
Ah. Well, I got a 1.
Which is a 1.
There we go.
So the wood cracks slightly around him. Alden, you notice what the others don't. That the pattern around the crack does that little Vermissian thing where space-time goes a little bit watery.
Okay, you're getting close, but I need you to do some more of that. Preferably.
Okay. Bonk. Yeah, I'm just going to keep doing it.
Aaron, what do you want to do?
So I pull the cleaver up, aim a little bit closer, say, "Guard, Ged," and then try to bring the cleaver down onto her head this time.
Okay, yes, the unarmored part of her.
The head, the weak part of any, the weak spots.
Yes.
Up and a boom.
It's going to be like, now just all roll to escape the explosion, and we all get like ones.
Nothing but ones.
So this time she takes 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
There's a crunch as you bisect her face with your cleaver.
Yep.
And behind it from the frantic swings that you've been making, that this one lays her entire head open and her eyes drop out through the gap. Bits of brain matter spray around the room.
I turn to Weaves and I go,
stops screaming.
I turn to Weaves and I go, "Do you think Ishkra and Charnel will fight over her soul? God, I hope so."
Ishkra wants this one.
But that's quite dark now.
Alden, what do you want to do?
I want to get everyone to try and break open this box.
Yeah, well, I've just attempted it. I think I need to take my reroll on that.
6 is a success. It's success at a cost. So roll. You can use a reroll if you want.
If I see we're destroying things, I'm going to start savagely destroying it with my 6 arms.
That was the reroll. No, I rerolled. I failed.
You failed on the reroll.
There we
so
go.
you hit the doctor against the box, and you break the doctor more than the box.
That's a win.
It's still kind of a win, but you appear to have knocked him out.
Oh, is that all?
I just huck him. Just like let you
Conscious the whole time. Oh well.
With your permission, World Builder, I would like to destroy this with my arms.
Yes, I mean, there's no need to roll anymore because now nobody's interfering with any of you smashing all of the apparatus around in this room, literally shredding everything, pulling off bits of wood, control valves. Alden, you can hear the sound of the heart.
Wait, yeah, isn't this a portal to the heart? Wait, aren't we just unlocking it right?
Okay. When I have access, then all of you can maybe stop and go and break some other of the nasty instruments and leave this particular piece to me.
If they've ripped open enough of a hole so that you can see that there is a caged energy
it's so pretty
thing inside that exists in... Everybody take a point of mind stress.
Oh, God.
Leon.
Okay.
No one else.
I'm down as well. I had only one.
Okay. Let me roll a d6 and hope I don't get a 1.
D10.
I did a d10, yeah, and hope I don't get a 1. I didn't.
At this point, Ged is slowly eating the doctor.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's fine. No complaints here.
Yes, there is a portal that's being held open through some use of galvanics. The technology here is quite clever, but very unstable.
Got to make some notes. Oh, unstable, you say?
Yes.
If it's galvanics, that means it needs power. Can someone look for where the power is coming from and break that for me?
Okay, can we have a look around for that, or is it like really obvious where the power would be?
It's presumably coming up through the floor.
Okay.
Tearing up floorboards.
Okay.
I can do that.
Weaves, can you break the floor?
Great big thick cables through the floor at one point. And as you tear them out and they spark and sputter, Nadir, you realize that this pulsating hole is probably going to go critical.
Okay, so I have some good news and I have some bad news. How good are you all at running?
You'll have a better chance if you plug it with something.
Like a dead doctor?
Yeah.
Okay. And maybe a dead nurse?
Oh, wait. What if I take my armor off and put the armor over it?
Well, you need your armor.
No, he's the doctor.
Okay, that's fine. Is the doctor's not going to go like squish though, is it? Because that won't really help us. If you get what
let's just shove people.
We're having this conversation as it's pulsing.
Yeah, okay, let's stop talking.
I grab the doctor and the nurse in two hands are carrying one, 2 hands are carrying the other, and
I want to apologize to Ged. We're taking its lunch, but
that's all right. He fed Charnel enough.
Down onto this mass whole nothingness. Their bodies start to be sort of ripped apart, and there's popping and cracking and shifting as they're twisted through about 11 different dimensions. You figure that probably gives you a couple of extra minutes to run.
Okay, now for the running.
Okay.
So if everybody could please make for me one final roll, a pursue and a cult roll.
I'm going to take the door over there that's not over there.
Oh, God.
Everyone else can run.
That was with one die, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Of course.
Nothing can take out Admiral Rex.
Apparently not.
Sorry, was it pursue and occult?
Pursue and occult, yes.
You have more legs, though. Surely you get an advantage.
She has more arms.
I don't know.
Arms were more useful than legs.
Yeah. All right, so it's just a normal 3 dice for me then.
It is.
Yeah.
This is to keep you alive, not the drought.
You've got a reroll.
You have got a reroll.
They threw us one. It's like throwing us a Lilo. Go quickly.
That's what I am giving my GM permission to have me somewhat martyred.
No, you're fine.
You made it.
That's why the rerolls exist, so they don't
Yeah.
martyr. We don't martyr.
Oh, I don't. I mean, so
You run, and you can feel the space behind you. Nadir, in particular, you can feel the space behind you folding in on itself. The whole place is kind of imploding from the inside.
Feel those ripples. Oh, it's so good for my back.
Yeah, for you, it's kind of lovely. Like a massage. For everybody else, it's like space is ceasing to exist behind you.
Yeah,
and you stumble out into the grassy area in front of Bedlam Hill Asylum. And as you do, Bedlam Hill Asylum is kind of warping into a hole in space-time that's opened up behind it. But you've managed to contain the detonation through your actions. So as it grows and grows and grows, but it grows outside of its ability to perpetuate itself. And with a final wet sucking sound, the whole of the asylum is sucked into the heart. You've prevented Derelictus from suffering the same fate. Across town, none of you know it, you can't see it, but in the basement underneath the arena, 100 dolls all kind of crumple to the ground as one, dotted here and there in secret basements and attics. The dolls that people had taken and secreted away for their own nefarious means shut down and become little more than corpses. As the threat that was plaguing Derelictus evaporates, the crowd who had gathered, who were quite irate, there's a pile of bloodied and beaten orderlies curled up in one corner, being guarded by Church of the Gun faithful, holding them at rifle point. There's a crater where the hospital used to be. And there's the five of you, just kind of very obviously closer to it than everybody else, just outside of where the hospital once was, the edge of the crater. People are kind of looking at you, but they're very distracted by the avatar of Ishkra that has appeared behind and with you. And at that point, webbing starts streaming off of Weaves as tiny little spiders evaporate off of her skin and float away like little spiderlings do, calling her to collapse into a fetal little bundle, near catatonic on the floor, stripped down to little more than the ragged remnants of the midwife's robes that she would wear. Millions of little spiders floating away into the atmosphere of Derelictus on little strands of thread. Drow standing agape with mouths open as they witness the miracle of Ishkra before them. Well, Leon, what do you want to do?
I'm usually pretty silent most of the time, but
not being noticed is your thing here. Didn't do nothing, Gov.
I would like to be like, there is nothing to see here. Please go home. There is nothing to see. Please go home in an orderly fashion. Or
I would like to get some of those ribs.
Yeah, we just like super
still here?
It's all good. I would like to take what presumably like not my whole armor off, but presumably I'm wearing something under it. I'd like to take that off and put it on Weaves, kind of doing the just like
you can take your tabard off and
there we go. Yeah, just there we go. Just something, and probably pick her up as well because
Weaves appears to be deeply unconscious.
Okay, well, it's
possibly drugged all the way up the wazoo and back again.
That's everyone needs a nap after temporarily being a demigod. Says, okay. So,
Nadir, what are you going to do? You're going to get ribs.
I'm going to get some ribs. Maybe if they have any interesting spirits, I could do with a drink. I think we could all do it. I'll get us all a drink.
Just be carrying
tacos.
Excuse me. I'll be following.
You kind of blend into the crowd a little bit. After a while, people stop looking for you, and when they do, Samedi is there looking right back at them. Aaron, what do you want to do?
Samedi looks back over his shoulder, looks at the crowd, looks at his cohorts, nods his head, looks a little tired, cracks his neck, and goes, "All right, good. It's time to hunt. We still need to figure out how to take down Winter and the sisters." And then he just moves off into the shadows.
A Batman's life is never done.
Never done.
So you disperse into the crowd. Nye, you carry Weaves. Where?
Oh, yeah. I'd probably take...
Crush.
Tea shop. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of places. Where's the most appropriate place to take someone that's drugged up the wazoo?
If you take her back to her crush, they could probably heal her.
Yeah, there's
that
her
makes
crash.
sense.
There's the safe house with She of the Long Legs. In
yeah,
it.
the safe house. Yeah, She of Long Legs safe house. That's the smart place to go. Yeah.
We should report back as well.
You're standing there next to you with like ribs.
Sky whale rib, which is like 2 feet long.
I got one for you as well, but your hands are busy.
I'm carrying Weaves. I can't eat it. It'll be cold by the time we get back.
You could hold it. You could chew. What about this?
No, it's fine.
Oh, make me hungry.
So you make your way back to the safe house. Samedi has vanished to scout the area, do his thing, find out what's what. Nadir and Weaves and Rex get back to the safe house where Weaves is cared for by She of the Long Legs, who wraps her in her own robes when she hears of the story of what's gone on, strips down to her underlayer and wraps Weaves up in that. Puts her in a cocoon.
I was going to hug She of Long Legs, but now I don't want to because that's a bit like... okay. No, I'm going to go over there and eat my wet ribs.
Leon, you direct the crowd through your subtle means and see to it that the former patients of the hospital, who are now just shell-shocked and confused, are taken in by various homes, and houses, and hospitals, and charitable organizations. The Church of the Gun takes in a fair few. Mm-hmm. And you fade once more into the shadows, as all good ministers must. Your name's forgotten, but your deeds remembered. Everybody can take a medium advance.
Yay!
For your success in effecting change on such a large scale.
Vermissian drop. Vermissian drop. Vermissian drop.
And so we end our tale of Spire, Bedlam Hill. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, players, for giving me such fantastic characters to work with. And the story wouldn't have been the same without them. Some wonderful moments and some great characterization. Thank you, everybody in chat, for coming along and watching us for the last couple of weeks. We really appreciate you. Yeah. Do come and join us on Discord, in Patreon, in all of those cool places where we gather once the things have reached their end. Next week, on Friday, we will be doing character creation and beginning our 1.5 shot of... Over to Pat.
Changed Stars.
And what is Changed Stars, Pat?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm very hype. Yeah. So I'm putting on a little bit of a Kickstarter. No big deal, We're just trying to make a book here, and we've got this cool queer-themed feminist sci-fi tabletop role-playing game called Changed Stars that I will be endlessly pitching until the end of May when I go into my own cocoon and hibernate until fall. But we're going to be putting it on next week, and I'm so thrilled for everybody to see it. If you would like, we do have the Kickstarter page live. Just check it out. You can Google Kickstarter Changed Stars, all one word, and it'll... Well, Changed Stars is all one word. Kickstarter is another word. You'll find it. Yeah, I'm super thrilled. And thank you for putting on such an awesome show tonight. This was very fun.
Yeah,
was
Ben,
very
thank
fun.
you. That was amazing.
And also next week, we've got... I see it won't find the preview page for me on Kickstarter. Sorry. Next week, we've got on Tuesday...
the world building.
The world
thing with
building
Pete.
shenanigans.
Yeah.
Me and Pete making a world, or Pete making a world, and then me messing it up for him.
Exactly. Yeah.
On Wednesday, we've got Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th edition, Once Upon a Time in the Old World.
There's not
Exactly.
something on Monday, Ben.
Expanse.
Yeah, Expanse
we-
watch party.
We've got, no, it's not the watch party.
Oh, it's not. Is it the
Episode
game?
one.
Not the watch
Okay.
party. Millie, the fantastic
Nice.
GM, is starting session 1 of the
Ah, I might have a
Expanse
look.
RPG on Garbler Games on Monday. I had
Oh,
completely forgotten,
wow.
which
Spice.
is terrible of me.
Spice.
I'm going to be playing a belter. So be prepared for my accent. Leon is also in that. I don't know what you're...
I haven't worked out my character yet. That'll be
You
this
haven't
weekend.
picked yet. But we've been building some characters. I'm going to take a look and have a bit of a poke at that and see what we can do.
I'm going to be a Martian.
Yep.
Beep, beep, boop, boop.
7,500 views of the trailer so far.
Nice.
Probably
Wow.
up to more like 8 now, to be fair.
I feel the trailer has significantly outclassed us.
Yes, yes.
A lot of
Oh,
hard
I wasn't
work.
nervous about playing.
So-
Until you said
No, it's a very cool trailer. We're very appreciated to
Millie is honestly a fucking
Millie's
graphic
awesome.
design
Yeah,
And then
kick
Thursday
ass.
next week as well, we've probably got Traveller working on the
yeah.
assumption that Captain Roger doesn't kill the rest of the crew for what happened yesterday. Arguably, I didn't do anything wrong. I just give other people permission to do things wrong. But thank you so much, everybody, for coming along and joining us tonight. It has, as always, been a pleasure and a privilege. And we will see you next week on Garblag Games, starting on Monday. Oh, and happy birthday, Millie.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
Millie.
everybody!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Millie!
And
Happy birthday to
Millie.
Millie's
Happy
20.
birthday!
Oh, well, that makes me not the youngest anymore. So
Yay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much, and good night.
Night.
night. Bye. Ta-ra.